This is Pat Dynamite, and you're watching BJ DG Talks Wrestling. When Dynamite blows up, they don't get up.
Welcome back, everybody. BJ here, the ghost of DG over there.
Oh, what's going on, man?
We are both feeling pretty rough after last night.
You're feeling pretty rough?
No, you're probably feeling more rough.
You're feeling pretty rough. You were part of the group that set me up to get chokeslammed, which you'll hear more about on Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, what? Hey, Archives. How are you doing? I hope I saw your comment earlier. I do hope that you are feeling better now that we are on the air. And if it makes you feel any better, BJ was part of a group that set me up to get chokeslammed Friday night.
I plead the fifth.
But anyway, we have a hell of a show to bring you today. We will be talking our usual WWE stuff, mostly WWE today. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time this week. I was very busy with Pro Wrestling Star Academy related things, plus work. So it was very hard to watch wrestling this week. But we will be talking things from NXT, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. Also, at the top of the hour, and actually I'll use the thumbnail. As you can see over there on the right, the new SPO Tag Team Champions. Papa Juice, Kid Kaos, better known as Controlled Chaos, will be joining us in the back half of the show.
Archives in the chat.
I clicked over to look at it, and then I had to click back off. Pull down the... Well, I will say this. Yeah, I got chokeslammed. But you know what? It took a group of people to set me up for it to happen. When I was honorably victorious in my predictions for the first time in how long?
Enough about that.
Yeah, of course enough about that, because you're part of the guilty party.
Hey, all will be told Tuesday.
That unjustifiably set me up.
All will be told Tuesday.
Yes. Full story and video. And video evidence of this happening on Tuesday. But yes, you know what? I know it's not on the rundown and we talk pre-show, but I kind of want to talk about that first. Because it's been a topic of conversation, these two, Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. I really, from how last week ended, with the show going off the air after them going off that platform thing, to them showing up, the promo outside in front of the fans this week, and Nick Aldis coming out and putting them in an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is just going to be insane. And it's like, at this point, it's not really what we wanted for Mania, as we've talked about in previous weeks. But, yeah, I'll take it.
But they're going the right way, because let's be honest. Yeah. 100%, I'm still on the side of the line of they should be in the WWE Championship match. They should be there. Even though I understand there's enough story over the last 17, 18 years with Cody and Randy that it's not needed, but it would have been a nice thing. Plus Drew going off to film Highlander.
Right.
After WrestleMania, so it makes a lot of sense to get it out the way now. But I just wish that there would have been a little more, not a little bit more to it, but just that it somehow would have been for a championship or something, because I really feel like even with Jacob having to take time off, he really did earn that spot.
Yeah, but I get...
I also feel like Drew McIntyre earned the right to be in the championship match at WrestleMania this year.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But you realize like with McIntyre going away though, that like him being a part of a championship match would just be a giveaway that like he's not going to win.
Well, well, in the case that he would have still been he should have still been champion going in the multi-man aspect.
Okay, yeah, I see.
Because again, I'm also on the side that Cody should not have gotten the title back. He should not have been in that match. That match should have ended in a disqualification for the table spot.
Right.
Because it was not the announced table. It was a table from under the ring. One of those good old Slim Jim tables you snap into.
Yep.
You see what I did there?
Yeah.
And I hate it too. But yeah, man. I am interested in the match. I honestly, how much I would love to see this as the main event of night one. I would absolutely love this to be the night. We know that it's probably either going to be the opening or in the middle now.
Yeah.
And I think it should be in the middle personally of either night. I do feel like though it is a night 2 match, which means it'll open up night 1.
I could. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't put it past him to do that, but yeah, it definitely feels like a night 2 match.
Like, I would even go as far as to say it feels like a match to where typically you have a buffer match between your second to last match and your main event. Video store Sasquatch. How you doing, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
I will be on camera at some point. I'm just really hurting right now after this past Friday night. So I just don't feel the urge to be on cam.
He's having his hair and makeup done.
I'm also eating all the food and catering and having somebody bring it to me. Just so there's no spring rolls for BJ after the show. Yeah, I'm feeling petty.
Speaking of petty, Chef couldn't be here tonight.
Oh wow, yeah, we just jumped into this though. So I guess this is unsanctioned as well. This is the unsanctioned episode 68 of BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
So yeah, he apparently he went to return the chinchilla to pet store after being released from the hospital. And then what did he say, DG?
Yeah, it was really confusing, but something about that the chinchilla somehow escaped the pet store and came after him. Like this, and now that he's in some type of witness protection from chinchillas.
Not sure they actually cured the rabies.
Man, I don't even know anymore. It might be something worse than rabies.
Well, he seemed fine on Friday, though.
Maybe it was a bunch of chinchillas in a Chef the Ref outfit. Maybe it's like Rick and Morty. You know, you don't mess with the squirrels. Maybe he messed with the wrong chinchilla.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that chinchilla was connected, and every chinchilla within a 50-mile radius escaped during capturing. And okay, let's get back to wrestling.
Actually, yes, I did own a chinchilla. His name was Buster, and he was freaking awesome. I miss my chinchilla.
Hello, Tara.
Shut up, Tara!
Hello, Tara. But yeah, in that real quick, I am looking forward to the unsanctioned match.
Yeah,
with them.
absolutely.
I think it's going to be. I think it could be the match of the weekend.
It could steal the show. Yeah, definitely.
Like it feels like, and you're using 2 top stars to say that, but the fact that if they can outshine the main event of night 1 or night 2, regardless of where they are, I would love to see them since it's unsanctioned. I feel like something like a lights out situation that should be the main event of the show by fall or the opener.
But it's Mania, so there's a lot going on. Yes.
Yes, BJ and Pete were at Mawa last night. I was in Glendale for a PWSA show, which you will see a clip of that I was able to get while doing stuff of our guest who will be on later, Controlled Chaos, doing a really cool spot with the back seats, which I really enjoyed. It literally happened right in front of me. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, the Mawa show archives was absolutely amazing. I cleared a lot of space on my iPad, so I got a lot of footage, but I still haven't gotten a chance to go through and clip it out. But we will be talking about that as well on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday is going to be a packed show. I don't have a guest to announce yet, so pay attention to social media for that. But if not, if it's one of those few weeks where we can't get a guest, there will be plenty for us to talk about still. We have SPO to talk about on Tuesday, Mawa, and the PWSA show from last night in Glendale, in Pennsylvania,
Yeah, 3 shows to discuss.
which
It's
was
going
an
to be,
absolutely amazing show. We
yeah,
packed that house.
guest or not, it's going to be an amazing show Tuesday. But yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't make it to that show. I was at Mawa. Um,
Well, we have to do our journalistic duties and cover as much as possible.
Yeah, and if that means splitting up to cover all of the guys that whose careers that we follow and report on, then that's what we have to do.
Absolutely. So, I'll give you a choice of what we talk about next. Do
Okay.
you want to talk about Johnny Gargano's return to NXT? Elaborate more on our Monday conversation on either Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi, or CM Punk and Roman Reigns? Or do you want to talk about new men's United States champion Sami Zayn?
Let's get all the Monday talk out of the way.
All right, so we'll start at the top with Oba and Brock.
Yeah. Um,
Oba Femi dominates Brock Lesnar once again.
oh yeah. Uh, and the whole foot on him gesture, that was just like a big thing, you know.
Like, I understand everybody's point that maybe Oba can eat the loss, but in the end, the way they're doing this, it's starting to look like Brock wants to put him over. Like you
Yeah.
don't see too many people do this to Brock Lesnar. Samoa Joe is a name that comes to mind of somebody who wasn't scared of him.
Right.
Undertaker comes to mind as well when it comes to people, but just not in the same way that Oba has. Not even Braun
Yeah.
Strowman.
Right.
And he
Not
pulled
even
the stage down on him. Or is that Brock that did it to him and Kane? I just remember that scaffolding in the back being pulled down.
Well, Keith Lee was never afraid of him. They only encountered each other once.
You know what? I'm kind of mad you brought that up because I think that he could put on a hell of a match with Oba. Keith Lee and Oba Femi.
Oh, God, yeah.
Two big guys, and Keith is a bit of a high flyer. I think they would be able to mesh together real well with the athleticism that Oba has. Yes. Heyman. We can elaborate on that a little bit. We actually did do Monday Night Raw after show last week, which we might do again tomorrow night.
At this point, I'm all about it. Yeah, let's get it.
I wish that because we do the Tuesday show, it's kind of hard to do one for NXT and do the other engagements. It's hard to do them for the other shows, but I'm starting to brainstorm us doing more after shows. And I guess I'll put this out there now as well. WrestleMania week. We will most likely be live for Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and both nights of WrestleMania doing live watch-alongs. We did it last year. It was very well done. We continued with doing SummerSlam after that. So some of these big shows, we're going to try to do that more for. We could even have a special episode of Indy Spotlight that week considering PWU and Hybrid Midnight Express. Which, God, I can't wait for that show neither, but that's a different show to talk about. I'll pop up the graphic here for it, though, the poster.
Yeah, this show's just going to be sick. It just keeps getting better every time they update the poster.
But yeah, Oba Femi, Brock. Like I said, it feels like the right thing's going to be done here, because to use a term we probably really haven't heard in 10 years in WWE, it's what's best for business.
Yeah, it sure beats LA Knight.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been saying since October and probably later than that. This is the match that should happen. You want to build top stars. This is how you do it with the established star. And Oba and Brock could borderline be the most perfect matchup you could have in that scenario. Yeah. Given that they're both big, because you don't get too often of those athletic big men like that.
And you know what? Like, I was definitely against it. I hadn't seen enough of Oba, but then seeing them next to each other, I was like, okay.
In the Rumble, like, that was the Rumble was your moment. Just see, I'm like, and I just look at you, I'm like, see what I was telling you? Like, when you look at them,
they're like very similar sized.
The athleticism.
Yeah.
Like quite literally, you could like go into like WWE 2K, take Brock Lesnar's entire moveset, put it on Oba, and you think it was his natural moveset. As a weird way to put it. As I was saying that from the chat, they are the same person.
But nobody should buy 2K26. It's a scam. They just want your money. They just want to keep taking your money.
You know, part of me wants to, part of me doesn't. That's another conversation for another time. But just real quick as well, yeah, how about that Heyman promo with Seth this week? Yeah. That was a very good emotionally driven moment. And, you know, I've seen theories online of something that I actually like. And it was, what if Seth, let's just say Seth doesn't have a match and he's not cleared, right? We don't get Braun Breaker back. Which we're 3 weeks away now. The percentage is just going down and down unless it happens to go home week. But, I saw a theory that what if Heyman's managing Brock, Seth Rollins interferes, curb stomping Brock, setting up his next match at some point, costing him the match with Oba Femi. Even though I think it should happen clean, but if it's going to continue a storyline, I'm not 100% against. I'm more against it, but I'm not as much against it.
I'm fine with it, just changing one thing. It happens post-match and Oba wins clean.
So we're kind of on the same page on that. Oh,
yeah, like it shouldn't determine the outcome. But otherwise I love the scene.
Or the idea maybe Seth shows up and just goes right after Heyman, distracting Brock. So then it's still a clean finish because nobody technically ever interfered in the match.
That would be a little less cheap, but still cheap.
It's like, just not as cheap because it's the young guy taking opportunity, which he should.
But in order to put him over in the best way possible and make him look the best that you can, he needs to win. Dominant, not dominant, but decisively.
At WrestleMania. If it was any other show, maybe,
right.
We could lean more 50-50 for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be, you can't, I feel like it will hurt Oba Femi's progress in the long run if Seth interferes and is involved in the finish of that match.
I'm almost to a point where I don't think, unless some weird accusation comes out, that there's nothing that could stop Oba Femi's momentum right now. And I'd say that about Trick Williams as well. Like, something damning would have to come out because they wanted Trick as a heel on SmackDown, and that crowd is just behind him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Oba. Those crowds are, it's that new age thing of wrestling. And I feel like people don't necessarily connect to the wrestler themselves. They connect to the wrestler and the character.
More so, yeah, the character.
You know, especially when you look like Randy Orton's been healed for 3 weeks, and I have yet to hear him actually get a legitimate boo from an entire crowd.
Right.
He RKO Jelly Roll and the crowd popped for it in a good way, not a booing way.
Good. They're smart.
Oh, speaking of that as well, Jelly Roll beating Kit Wilson should not have ever happened. And my problem with it, that just real quick, so we're not really going to get into it like we would any other time. But my problem with it was Kit Wilson hit his finish on him and Jelly Roll kicked out. You just buried Kit Wilson.
Right. Although you could, use the excuse that Danhausen cursed him before the match.
No, then you don't. But it buries that move as a finish.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He could never use that move as a finish because if he can't put down a country singer in Jelly Roll, how am I supposed to believe he could beat one of the cruiserweights?
I mean, I already find it hard to believe that he could beat anyone on the roster.
Well, in my head, I still know the success of Pretty Deadly, of how good they were. And he is good in the ring. He is very believable in the ring. I love the character he has right now. I love the theme song because it fits the character. But just the idea when you have him in the ring with somebody that's not a trained wrestler, it would be like, what would your reaction have been? WrestleMania 15. Pete Rose gets chokeslammed and tombstoned by Kane, and then Pete Rose just sits up like the goddamn Undertaker.
I would have loved it.
But it buries the move. It buries a move. We legit a tombstone?
No, because in that case, it just makes it seem like, oh my God, Pete Rose is like immortal.
Yes, 70-year-old Pete Rose is the toughest man to ever step foot in a WWE ring. He is tougher than Mick Foley. All right? He should be in the main event at that point.
Pete Rose versus Hogan.
No, at that point, WrestleMania 15, it would have been him and The Rock in the main event for the WWE title. Stone Cold would have been going the other way.
Yeah, no, that would have been a better world.
But that's just my perception of it. Like, there was no outside. And then Jelly Roll joke slams him, and that ends the match. So you're telling me the country singer is tougher than Kit Wilson, the professional wrestler who's trained his whole life. It wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's my problem. It's not somebody who was believable to do it.
Yeah.
Of all things.
Guy just dropped a bunch of weight and everything, but even so, like, he's not. His size isn't very intimidating. You know what I mean? Like,
he has the height. Don't get it wrong. Like, there's certain things.
Yeah.
It's just it's unbelievable for me to believe that somebody, as an example, would be like me getting in the ring with somebody, having a legit match, and I kick out every finish that they have. Like, what? That doesn't make no sense.
yeah.
Or you, or anybody.
Right.
And let's be honest, after Friday night, what happened? I'm a prime example of that.
I have a feeling no matter where this goes, this is going to be like my bathroom break during Mania. Like, however this match ends up. Because I'm hearing rumors of a tag team match. Miz and Kid against Jelly Roll and whoever.
I hate to say it, so I don't want it to be him. It's going to be Danhausen.
Yeah, I think
as we all know, I love Danhausen, but that's not. They shouldn't be putting him in that match, but it would make sense. It would just make sense because you're putting somebody who's a fan favorite right now, just with somebody who's just popular, against two heels. It just makes sense.
Yeah, it makes too much sense.
Especially considering it's the Miz on the other end.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm just gonna stop watching for a while after Mania.
But
Just
yeah,
get the days.
all right. Yeah. Feels weird having the speed roll through stuff. Roman Punk.
Yeah, another just
Fan-
amazing
fantastic segment. After what
segment.
was a fantastic main event as well, I hate to gloss over it, the U.S. title match and what unfolded in that as well. But you can catch myself and BJ's full thoughts on everything on our after Monday Night Raw after show that we did this past week. If you are curious about that, I do believe I have the thumbnail still here for it.
Yeah.
And we typically will be going live about 10-15 minutes after the show ends. This week we aimed for 10:30 and they literally went off the air as we went on the air. Like it almost timed out perfectly for them, their sign off and us clicking go live.
Yeah, but usually around 10:30, going forward. The length of the show usually varies by, 10, 20 minutes, but if it goes longer, we'll wait until it's over and immediately go live. But either way,
Or the other thing we can always do is go live and watch along the end of it since they're still on the air and we go live at our normal time still.
yeah, that
So
would work.
always pay attention for when we go live. Because in our past live streams, people have said they do enjoy our commentary during this stuff.
That means sub, click that notification button. Hey, Stephen Chambers.
Yes, you can follow us here on YouTube and Twitch for our beautiful Twitch viewers out there. You YouTube people are okay.
Our one Twitch viewer.
Actually, we have two at the moment.
Ooh, all right. Killing it.
And then for just basic social media stuff, there we have Facebook, we have a group and page, and then we also have Instagram. And
And
at
you can
at
find me on
DJD.
Instagram.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. And you can find me, just me, on Instagram at BJ Talks Wrestling.
Or
So you can
if you
find all of us at BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, or
if you're a beer person, IPAs, and you like beer reviews, you should also check out BJ Drinks Beer, which is like his clone. It's him, but it's not him. There's some Chris clone stuff going on. I don't know.
in the clone.
Um,
You said the trigger word, DG.
yes, Stephen Chambers. I did read about it, but I haven't been able to see it. I've had a very busy week. I caught up on a lot of wrestling this morning. I did hear he had bad. I also heard there was a bad injury with Steve Macklin at TNA Sacrifice. It was this past
Oh
Friday.
yeah, I saw
I
that.
haven't had the chance to watch that yet, neither. I actually haven't watched TNA in like 3 weeks, to be honest. The time just hasn't been there. But yeah, back to CM Punk Roman Reigns. I really do think that we are seeing a definite turning point. Jay becoming, like we talked about, like he was the one kind of calling it and egging Roman on. So it's either Roman and Punk are both in each other's heads, or CM Punk's just overconfident. So I'm going to be honest. What did it take to put the bloodline down? If those three are do completely reunite, that's a problem for CM Punk.
Yeah, oh definitely. Because he doesn't really have too many allies,
Exactly.
and AJ's not going to do much for him. Uh, yeah. So it's looking like it could go that way. I really hope they choose to go another route. Um, But I'm actually kind of curious to see what they could do nowadays with reunited bloodline. Maybe
Yeah,
bring in a
so am I.
couple.
Because we see it, we let time pass, and we revisit something. Because they've never really reunited. They've teamed up, but haven't really reunited per se.
Yeah.
He shouldn't. There's no reason for him to return right now. To me, it wouldn't make sense. And if the bloodline reunites and he's a part of that, I think he ruins it. Just like he's ruined the Cena heel turn. Because that was what ruined that, was the fact there was never any follow-up on that.
I kind of disagree with that. You didn't need any follow-up.
But just the idea, oh yeah, I wanted Cody's soul, I didn't get it. And then the one time that it would have made sense for him to show up one more time being at WrestleMania, it never happened. You know, or all right, he stays away. He should have showed up at SummerSlam.
My
No,
only
that
problem with that whole situation is that it was just like a snap your fingers and it's like, oh, all that heel stuff, I was just kidding. You can cheer me again. You know, like, well, what happened to all that storyline? Like, I guess we're done with the whole Rock thing, and I don't know. It was weird. It was like, the week before a main event, his main event match.
and I mean not just that, like the year before that Cody was going to be willing to give up his WrestleMania slot so that we could get Rock Roman, which I still want to see, which I think that's going to be at the Saudi Mania next year.
It seems right.
You know, but we were gearing up for that match and the fans completely rebelled, rightfully so. Because Cody did win the Rumble.
Oh, archives in the chat. I'll have to go ahead and take a look back at that. That's interesting.
I
They
mean,
they do that kind of stuff a lot. Like everything on screen is meant to be there, you know.
yeah, you know, just like in who is it, Nick Aldis's or Adam Pearce's office, there's always like old wrestling things up on the wall of like Bruno Sammartino or something like that. You know, so is Bruno going to return too? No.
Yeah.
Like, The Rock's a permanent fixture in the history of the company, which is perfectly fine. But if he's going to come back and do nothing, because even before the heel turn, we kept getting the things like him coming out and at Hell in the Cell after the tag team match, doing the three fingers and stuff. Like, what the hell did that mean? We never got anything for that. It seems like he's just showing up so his face can be seen on TV. That's a waste of time and a waste of an appearance, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, keep him away.
All right, but if The Rock does come back, Danhausen should curse him.
Cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess that would be an interesting interaction.
It really would be. Or he just goes like, oh, so what's that thing? What's those three words you say to people? He goes, you are, and then The Rock just cuts him off with it doesn't matter. So he can't finish saying it. Like, that would just, because The Rock in that aspect can work with anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if it's just improv off the top. Black Adam versus Danhausen. I do hear Danhausen has that ability.
Oh.
But yeah, I really did enjoy the Roman Punk segment.
Yeah. Keeps getting better and better.
Like I don't think either main event title picture between either shows needs The Rock. If anything, if The Rock does appear, let's say Roman beats Punk. Maybe then you have The Rock come out and you kind of start teasing the idea of the match, and then all these other little random things you can sprinkle in there would make sense. Hey!
I can wear it again now that we don't get mistaken for each other anymore.
Kid Legend in the chat. How you doing, brother? Hope you're feeling good. Was great seeing you yesterday.
Yeah, disappointed I missed that show, but I did get to see an amazing show last night.
Yeah, we're about 25 minutes out from Control Chaos being on. Which we will also have Pete the Wall Peters, that trader, joining us. A little. Let him shave that mustache off. The mustache is the only reason why at the moment. That is that anybody on this planet can tell them apart.
Archives, I've said this on the channel a couple times. I think it was like one talent, two staff, and a couple fans have mistaken me for him.
Absolutely great.
And Declan, of course.
Yep. Here live, as a matter of fact.
I mean, I guess I see the resemblance. Anyway.
But yeah, so next, Johnny Gargano returns to NXT as a mystery entrant in the North American Number One Contender elimination style match. It was weird because it was more like a gauntlet, but a Rumble style where everybody kept coming in and then was eliminated. But yeah, Johnny Gargano just goes like stiff off the top rope, falls on his opponent, and ends up winning.
Yeah, very surprised to see him there, but it makes perfect sense. I mean, he's lost. What do you do when you're lost? You go back down to NXT and find yourself, you know.
NXT's good for that. Just avoid the parking lot at all costs. I would like to say the parking lot at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy is a 100% safe place to be.
Very peaceful place. Yeah, very friendly, very peaceful place. Lots of love in that parking lot.
Yeah, I do agree. I think Johnny Gargano and Miles Bourne's going to be a fantastic match.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a banger.
But do you think Johnny's down there for the long haul, or is this just a short-term thing?
I'd like to see him get a nice little run. Maybe win a little gold. Maybe come back up to the main roster in a few months, like looking stronger than ever.
I'm kind of hoping at some point we see some type of Motor City Machine Guns, maybe heel turn, and we get them and Johnny and Candice together as a group. Heel Motor City Machine Guns would be fun.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would be about that.
Yeah, there is a rumor that his contract is coming up.
Ah, well, yeah, he'll be in AEW in no time then. He doesn't feel like someone they would re-sign right now.
Them solo as heels are good, and them as a team would be fantastic heels.
I don't know, they're kind of like goofy heels. Like, they work as faces, but I don't know, they're kind of just like nerdy heels.
I don't know. I think WWE would be able to portray them pretty good as heels.
Yeah, I guess, in a different promotion, they'll have a different look,
But there's both of them in like singles heel runs were absolutely great because they know how good they are.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward to see how that match plays out as Stand and Deliver this upcoming weekend, which will be on YouTube. Hey, maybe we can do a live stream for that. We did do Stand and Deliver last year.
That's right. Yeah, and there's no wrestling event for us to go to on Saturday.
It's a possibility, so stay tuned, everybody.
So that'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, we're on.
Hey, man, hey, this is our warm up for WrestleMania week.
True. All right.
We gotta get ourselves into match calling shape.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Gotta work on that endurance. We gotta stay sharp.
But yeah, so I guess it's good that we saved this for kind of last. Sami Zayn wins the North American, the United States Championship this week from Carmelo Anthony in the U.S. Open Challenge. Now it's Sami Zayn defending against Trick Williams at WrestleMania. I'm kind of disappointed. I don't think Sami Zayn, Trick Williams needs the U.S. title. I think Melo, unless there's a reason why they pulled it off of him. Like, rumor has it because he is engaged to Kalani Jordan, and I think they're supposed to be getting married soon.
Right.
But why would you take your honeymoon WrestleMania weekend if that's probably going to be your biggest payday of the year?
True.
Just saying.
But
regardless of that, my other thing that I have a problem with it is too many titles have changed hands on the road to WrestleMania. I like the idea that anything can happen, but now with all these, because I'm turning around looking at some of these and I'm like, Irresistible Forces could drop the titles at WrestleMania. Trick Williams is probably going to beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I don't hate the way they got there. With Sami, like, arguing about not having a match and then just pretty much like putting himself in the picture.
It's the timing.
I get it, yeah. But I
Like,
mean, if you're gonna hotshot it,
but in the
better now
last
than in a couple weeks.
I wonder if I went back and looked at the shows because we typically talk all title changes. Just in WWE alone, how many times has a title changed hands since December? Or since January, even. We've seen the women's tag team titles change hands. We've seen the women's intercontinental title change hands. We've seen the United States titles change hands. We've seen the WWE title change hands twice. We've seen the men's tag team, both tag team championships change hands.
Yeah,
and that's just the main roster. We're not even talking NXT at this point because they're off of WrestleMania weekend.
I mean, they got to get themselves into the right position. You know what I mean? For Mania. So,
so again, as I said, Cody Rhodes should have never won that match.
I agree with that.
Cody should have never won that match. You should have just done a fatal. I understand why things are split up, but they really missed the ball with something that where the fans would have been okay with a fatal 4-way for the WWE Championship because there's so many different stories intertwined into it that we know it's going to spawn off and continue maybe a couple months prior working towards SummerSlam now. It's just been too much to the point where I'm starting to look like, do they really not know what they wanted to do? And now they're just scrambling to get themselves now into a position where they feel more comfortable. Because let's be honest, if they just took the title off Melo just to do it, that's very disappointing because Melo was an excellent champion. He wasn't really given a storyline. His storyline was the U.S. Open Challenge.
Right. I don't know. It does scream of like we thought we were going to do this, and now we're thinking about doing that, but we're not sure, so we're just going to kind of, have him win the belt anyway, and we'll see how it falls into play. I don't know. It kind of feels it's like it's very desperate, very like scrambling. Yeah, like you said.
Like it just feels off to me. Especially with a top title changing hands twice in this time span. It just feels off. It really does feel like the rumors were true and they didn't know what the hell they wanted to do. And it's really disappointing in the situation because you would think by this point they'd have the card booked of what they want, barring injuries where you have to shift certain things to where it seems like this entire card has still been in flux.
Yeah, I mean, you can make you can say that the injuries caused a few things to change, but like that doesn't really affect the other side. You know what I mean?
It affected to a point where it put Roman now in the main. It took put Roman from facing Cody again to now facing Punk.
Right.
It caused that shift because the natural thing did feel like a fatal 4-way was coming for the WWE title, and it would have 100% made sense.
Yeah.
With Drew defending the title, you still could have turned Cody or Randy heel. Which even now, after SmackDown this week, I feel like a Cody heel turn could be coming this year.
I hope so.
I do feel like it, but I'm not planting my flag on that hill yet.
Yeah.
Other interesting things. Today is the anniversary of WrestleMania 3. Hogan scoop slamming Andre the Giant, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and Randy Savage, which many considered the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. For me, it's a 1-1A situation. That one's the 1A for me. My number one is Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair in Ric Flair's final WWE match.
Yeah. I mean, regardless though, like between those two matches, like they are as good as it gets, but for different reasons, you know.
Oh, it's a generational thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, I would love at some point maybe for us to do some type of chronological order. We just go through like every 5 to 10 years of WrestleManias and look at them in the decade form and put together what would be the greatest matches, because then we're kind of looking at the eras.
Yeah.
Because it changes things shift about every 5 to 10 years, so we can get a nice shift of seeing where things were going and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we'll have Controlled Chaos on soon. But at the moment, it's time to bring somebody else on. Some turncoat trader who I still have a little bit of respect for what he does for this channel. And I will always be grateful for that. The man who was the orchestrator in setting me up this past Friday night, which the footage will be seen this Tuesday on Indy Spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wall Peters.
I see what you did there. Ginge. And you know what? I appreciate it. And you know what? Also, at the same time, I'll see you on Tuesday, bud. Yeah.
Well, good.
That's when the world will know. But for now, no spoilers.
I'll do what I want. My name's on the channel, sir.
For now.
Oh, now you're trying to take my spot?
I mean, BJPP, might have to get a new censor rating, but
I mean, all I heard in my head when you said that was this.
All right, well, I'll be back.
But Pete, how you doing today?
I'm good, man.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
There's other footage you will see from Tuesday as well, from after the show. We've been kind of talking about it a little bit Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll be talking Mawa, we'll be talking Spo, we'll be talking the PWSA show.
I know we have such a packed card. Like, it's awesome. We're so spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hopefully we have somebody for Tuesday.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I've had a busy week, and most of my downtime was spent being in bed. Thanks to you.
Hey, man. That was it was a loud boom.
Hey, all I'm saying is I was set up.
No, I think karma's justified.
No, it's not, because I had not won any of them prior to that, and all of a
Pull up the
sudden I
records.
win. There's
Pull
a
up the
problem.
records. You're the
And all of a
record
sudden-
keeper. You
Yeah,
should have
exactly.
You should have a
I
list
know.
of you should have a list of all the matches you've called, so this way you know how many times you've won and lost. That's not my job. I'm not that guy. I just noticed something, realized it was suspicious, and then was validated.
This is why we need a ref here.
I don't want Crooked Craig back.
You know what? That's who I should get. Because at least I know
Every
I can pay
Tuesday.
him all.
Crooked Craigery. Is there an honest ref? You know what's funny is I went back and I was listening to one of the spots through the YouTube channel, and I heard Johnny say when Isaiah came out to the ring, he was like, "Oh, the crowd's booing him. Yep, got nothing but crooked refs here at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. Nothing but crooked refs."
Well, oddly enough, he was super over yesterday. Like, he had fans coming up to him asking him for pictures and autographs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a fantastic show. I heard there was
Amazing.
actually a head count, and we're averaging that anywhere from 140 to 200 fans showed up for that show, with only standing room after like the first 130.
Wow. Didn't realize that area could fit that many people. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Oh, it wasn't all that big of a building, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you've seen the one clip that we're going to show here today.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw that it was streamed. I didn't know that. I just was on YouTube. I was going to start watching it, but I was like, I'm not doing double duty. Like, I want to focus my due diligence on the squad tonight.
The audio is really bad.
Is it?
Yeah, there were some audio issues, and then also the Wi-Fi really wasn't fully able to handle the stream neither.
Gotcha.
I'm hoping to have the footage of it by Tuesday. If not,
Okay.
at some point down the line, maybe next week, I'll do a highlight package for it all. Because it was a fantastic show. It was a hot crowd the entire night.
Awesome. I love to hear that, man. Especially, you never know what's going to happen when you take a show on the road. You don't know what you're going to get in another town. Especially, I don't know how far it was from the school.
45 minutes.
45?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, from my house, I live in Berlin. It was an hour and a half.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because to get to 295 is automatically a 25-minute drive in either direction.
But yeah,
okay, yeah. You're not near 295 at all. Okay,
Nowhere.
That makes a little bit of sense.
Hey, man, he does that drive all the time.
Well, at least it's only a 45-minute drive for him. I thought he was a lot deeper.
Yeah, see, look, he was there.
Dude, listen, I wish I could have been there simply for the fact that Kid Legend was there. But
and a 6-man tag with him and Control Chaos.
Dude, exactly.
As the overall main event.
So I don't know if you. So Joe Hale, when we ran into him at Mawa last night, he was like, Control Chaos teamed up with Kid Legend. I'm like, who'd they fight? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, I'm assuming it was backseats and with Alex. That would make the most sense.
Yes.
Who was there.
That's exactly what the match was. Yes.
Okay. That must have been a banger, other than the clip that I saw from Control Chaos.
Which was the clip I sent to us, because I filmed that clip.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, but that's...
Which we will be playing that clip here on the show when they do come on in a couple minutes. That's what we are killing time for now. But yeah, I'm glad to hear. I've seen a couple clips from Mawa last night online. The one with Brian Murphy's non-rip away pants that
Yeah.
he ripped. And then what I saw first was last night of him just being on cam trying to sell merch and stuff and kept fixing them. And he's like, Pat Dynamite made me rip my pants or something like that.
Yeah. Nah, it was funny. Intermission, yeah, he was just, he was going after Billy Gold. Like, that was a whole thing. Which I'm going to, once I get through,
we will be letting you know. I have to confirm other bookings at the moment because I just was told information yesterday that I might have to be available for, but it doesn't mean the rest of the team will not be available because we have no problem pulling split duty if need be.
Hell yeah.
And I know who I can trust to put in charge. At least I think I can.
The other namesake.
Because I can't put no traitor in charge.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Setting me up
mad.
like that.
You're just mad. Don't be sad.
You would be mad too.
No, I wouldn't because I'm an honest player.
So am I. and you question my integrity?
A pasha, Ginge. A pasha. Yes, I'm questioning your integrity because as we found out last week on the cast with Craig, you have no soul.
That does not mean I do not have integrity, sir.
Because you're a ginger.
So now you're bringing my race into it.
Integrity.
I have that too.
Integrity.
I might laugh, but I'm still pissed at this guy.
That's fine.
And all I got for it was a lousy t-shirt.
Exactly. And a pat on the back. Welcome to the big leagues.
Welcome to the big leagues. You know nothing of the big leagues, sir.
You're right, I don't watch sports.
But yeah, man, it was some great wrestling we got to go see live this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yes! Damn right it is.
No, it's not. If he was more albino, then like that's a race. I've seen plenty of albino gingers.
But anyway, moving on. The spotlight doesn't need to be on me entirely.
Well, you brought it to you. We were talking about the shows, and then you brought it back to you by calling me a traitor. So then let's keep talking about wrestling. What was the highlight for you, Ginge, from the entire day of yesterday being out there in Kid Legend territory?
Probably the whole main event.
Cool.
But to be
I'll ask you what the rest of the card was, but I don't know if you want to save that for Tuesday.
So Chris Bishop versus Calypto. We saw her.
Chris Bishop was there?
Yeah. Amadeus had an open challenge, which we'll talk more about. And that was like a whole half-hour thing.
Okay. Was it one opponent or was it multiple like last time?
One opponent.
Okay.
But this was like, so think of this like a multiverse non-canon type event.
Yeah.
And then give me a moment here.
Well, I would imagine it would have to be its own universe.
And then
wasn't there.
And then it was Alex Rivera versus Kid Legend that turned into a 6-man tag with the Backseats teaming with Alex and Control Chaos teaming with Kid Legend. So we kind of had our Power Rangers taking on our villains in the main event.
Nice.
It was a very fun show. That entire crowd was rocking the entire night.
So how'd they all find out about it? Like, was it social medias? Was it word of mouth?
We had flyers there.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so
guys
they
were
so
what,
they
handing
they,
out
they
flyers before.
yeah, they pretty much handled all the promoting out there for it because, like I said, it was a free show. So
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I love to hear, especially like our promotion getting a draw like that. Like that's just beautiful.
well, I guess it is time for our interview to bring on our guests. Coming from the Red Dragon Dojo and our new SPO Tag Team Champions who defeated Blackout this past week at SPO Wrestling Live in Mount Holly at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. I would like to bring hold on. Give it a moment here. I mentioned I think they're going and grabbing the belts. Yep. And there we go. Let me bring them on. Kid Chaos, Papa Juice, our tag team champions, Controlled Chaos.
What's up, fellas?
Hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. My
Well,
belt
there,
was
guys.
good. I forgot. to grab my-
Yeah, he forgot his belt. He's not usually prepared.
It's
So,
as soon as you said it,
here's,
I'm like, we're gonna grab the belt.
beautiful belts. Beautiful SPO
Oh,
Tag
yeah.
Team Championships.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
colors match your guys' uniforms, the red and blue.
Yeah, we do. A little bit of gold in our black gear as well. So,
True.
yep,
Perfect. Meant to be. See?
I guess so.
Now you guys absolutely deserve these belts. We come week to week, we watch you guys perform in the ring, and like that was just such a solidifying moment as a fan to sit there and just be like, finally.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you guys.
No,
yeah.
we really appreciate it. It's always been just one of those. I always told Jay, just put your head down and work. This is
Yeah.
what it is. You just push forward, and we love it. So it's not really work. We're just going out there and wrestling and having a great time. And Blackout, as much as they're hated, we had a really fun time in the ring with them. So
Yeah, they're definitely worthwhile
Yeah.
competitors. We see how they fight. They don't fight clean.
they do their job. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. And just the idea that Kid Chaos was the first one to not only kick out Robbie's DDT, but also to pin him in the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. So that must have felt great and justified in winning the titles like that.
For sure. I didn't know that until afterwards. I found out. So it's pretty cool that I got to be the first one to do both things.
Within like a 30-second or to a minute time period, too.
I know you didn't
Yeah.
do that. I know it was on me, man.
Right, but I remember the tag team championship on the podcast. So
Yeah.
pretty.
I reminded you to go get it though.
Cool.
I said you said don't go
So-
get it.
Yes.
So, how did you guys teaming originally come together? Who had the idea for us to begin?
So I started in 2004 when I started wrestling. I was 18, 19, something like that. I was right out of high school. So I started wrestling then. I spent like maybe 2-3 years doing it. I really loved it, but I had to make a choice if I was going to do karate or if I was going to do wrestling because it needed 100%. Either way, whichever one I chose. I chose karate. So I think in 2015, I went to the Monster Factory because the itch of wrestling never really fully goes away. I did it for like a year or two, and then I stopped because life was busy. And then this guy wanted to wrestle, and that was my in because my wife couldn't say no to that. You know what I mean? If I'm going back to wrestle myself, but now I'm taking Jay with me. This is bonding. This is father-son. This is something really cool. She can't say no, right? So we started in 2024. And then since then, besides maybe one little part where we really butted heads, it's been full steam ahead. And there's never been anything like, maybe we should stop. Maybe we should this, maybe we should that. It's part of the schedule now, man. We're a tag team. We just go and we wrestle.
Awesome. That's such a great like starter story. You know what I mean? Like, Ginger, you're muted.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do recall, if I remember when I first met you guys, you had the Monster Factory Tag Team Championships.
We did.
Yep,
we did. So when I went back in 2015, that's where we were in the Monster Factory. And then we went back together. It was a big deal for us. The Monster Factory was always a big deal to me. Those yellow championship belts, man, I don't know.
Those were gorgeous
I
belts.
love those freaking titles. And within our run, we got to hold the old ones. And then we got a second run where we got to hold the new ones. And we got to walk into 2300, the last defending tag team champions for the Monster Factory. That was special. That was a really cool moment. So, yeah, a lot of special, awesome memories there at the Monster Factory.
Yeah, I mean, when, he said he was there in 2015, so I think it was my 12th birthday party I had at the Monster Factory when he was there in 2015. So after that, I knew that if I was going to wrestle, I had to start at the Monster Factory. So, that place will always have a special place in my heart. And like you said, getting to win the tag belts together, only 6 weeks into my career. I made my live debut in September, and in November, that's when we won the tag team championships.
Wow.
And weirdly enough, that was like the one point that he mentioned where we were butting heads a lot. And then, it was a lot. And then one day we walked in and Danny was like, hey, you guys are winning the tag belts. And then it was like, wow, hey, and ever since then, it's just been full steam ahead.
Hell yeah, it showed that you guys had formed that cohesion to really take the name. Have you guys always gone by Controlled Chaos as your tag team?
Yeah, since we started. Yep. When I started, I was Kid Chaos. When I came back, I know initially he wanted to take the name Kid Chaos, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Not weird, but just like it was my name. I wanted it or whatever, I guess. But I didn't want to come back as Kid Chaos because I'm not a kid anymore. So then he took it, and then eventually I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I remember him saying to me, I already told you that was going to be cool. And I was like, oh, well, I guess it took me a little bit of time. That's the whole Papa Juice thing, too. It's because I'm his dad, obviously. But my real name is Giuseppe. So when I was a kid, they used to call me Juice all the time. My friends used to call me Juice. So I know there's other people in the indies that go by Juice and other companies. But I was just called Juice. It was my nickname. So
yeah. I like the Papa Juice aspect of it, you know what I mean? Because it ties into the whole family thing you guys got going on, while also being a nice little Easter egg beneath.
Yeah, and isn't it weird too? Like that was the one name I remember telling Jay and a couple other people, and how stupid it was. Like Papa Juice, it sounds so stupid. It's funny. So the first time when I went back to the Monster Factory, Travis Jacobs was doing the match card for the night. And I wrote my name, and this is Papa Juice, and he's just reading the match card, and he's like, Papa Juice, like what the like? I could just see his face, like, and I'm like, that's me, that's my name, and it just was one of those things. I thought it was stupid, so it would get over a little bit. You know what I mean?
It did get over.
Oh yeah, very easy to chant.
It is, yeah, it is also pretty easy to chant too.
Yeah, it just flows phonetically.
Papa Juice, baby.
So, what are some of the tag teams that were inspiration for you guys to pull from, bringing everything together?
I'll let you go.
Obviously the Eliminator.
So
yeah, I mean there definitely is a lot. My favorite tag team are the Hardy Boys. I love Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy and John Cena, they're my two guys. So definitely the Hardy Boys. You have all like the classic old, the Dudley Boys. The Eliminators, the more his guys, ECW, and then modern days like Motor City Machine Guns, MSK, the fast moving guys, the guys that are doing the whole combos, they're a little different than a lot of the average tag teams.
A lot of those make a lot of sense.
So that's where our finisher came from. The Eliminators.
You guys absolutely. I was going to say, you guys absolutely kill it with Total Elimination.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Absolutely love seeing it.
Like, do you guys have your own name for that?
Critical Chaos.
Okay.
Is what we call it.
Sure about that.
Initially, it was a Trouble in Paradise, which is a 360 roundhouse kick in martial arts. So I would do that to the front of the face, and Jay would do that to the back of the legs. So it was supposed to play like homage to, or whatever, however that word's pronounced, to homage, whatever, to the Eliminators by changing their move, their high-low. But then one day we just hit it off the ropes, and it worked. So we just kept it.
It just adds that extra like springboard momentum to your guys' already like energy and passion.
Yeah, and then the opponent gets to see it coming. That makes it easier. Tag teams for me. I mean, the eliminators were big. Singles guy was Van Dam, but I think the main reason was because they were two of the first. I mean, ECW was the stuff. It doesn't nothing compares to ECW for me.
Yeah.
But they took martial arts and pro wrestling, and they perfectly meshed it. And then you have people like Tajiri that came along, and 1-2-3 Kid. I mean, for goodness sake, those guys were so good at meshing martial arts and karate and wrestling.
Glacier's another name on that list as well.
Who is it?
Glacier.
Oh,
in WCW, yeah.
And now you see people like Speedball just like killing it. Like his karate's like so legit. Like people like that. A lot of people now, they have a martial arts background and you can see it. They're not just throwing strikes that they think they can throw. They're throwing strikes they know how to do, which is really cool. So they're a big one. And my personal favorite for a while and still is MSK. I mean, they're the Rascals. But that NXT run, MSK, man, we took a lot of inspiration from them, how they moved in the ring. So,
yeah.
And then you guys just recently trained with Speedball Mike Bailey not long ago, right?
We did. We did at a seminar. That was those seminars are always great, right? They're just eye-opening. We're here to learn.
Sure.
We talk about it in the back with a lot of the guys. When you have that perfect match, which you'll never have, then I guess you're done. You know, wrestling.
Yeah.
Because we're always learning and we're always critical and we're always like, you know what? It wasn't good enough. It was good. We can enjoy it. We can sit back and like it and enjoy it and post it and share it. But to us, it's always just like, we could have done this better. And I think that's a good way to be.
It's just like any sport, you know, you study the tape, you see what went wrong, what went right, you know what I mean? Find those moments of opportunity, as they're called, you know, to increase that style agility or whatever it is that you need to in order to bring it up to that next level.
And that's what Speedball was able to do for us. Like the seminar was just amazing. And not only the seminar itself, but then he gave us an additional 2 hours, I think, of question, answer. He was so nice. He was a nice guy.
And we were supposed to go 3 hours, and we went almost 5 hours.
Wow.
And the whole 5 hours was incredible. So, amazing seminar.
So much must have been so much information just to take in that time frame.
It is a lot. It was a lot because there's so many pieces of wrestling, right? Like you have your structure of wrestling, you have your philosophy of wrestling, just the psychology of how to make it work in the ring. Then you have your technical aspect. Then you have your character aspect. Then you have your entrance. Then you have your music. Then you have your gear. Then you have your social media. Man, it's a lot.
Everything.
There's a lot. So.
We do have a question from the chat. Who were your favorite local heroes back in the day and favorite opponents now?
Favorite local heroes, like local wrestlers?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what they mean.
Yeah, we could go with that.
Local wrestlers. I don't know if I knew any growing up.
Well,
local.
Where'd you grow up at?
Huh?
You got your factory guys.
I grew up in Boothwyn, Pennsylvania, so I guess like growing up, I watched ECW. So if I'm allowed to call them local,
I mean they were
Philly's right there. So
they were my local heroes. Van Dam, of course. Yeah. So and then the second part of that question for me to answer, and I'll let Jay take both parts of it. So favorite opponents now. I mean, since we started in 2024, there's two dudes, Liam and Jake, the Broad Street Bullies. We love working with those guys. We love it. And we have 2 matches coming up with them real soon that are going to be a lot of fun. So for me, there's a special place in my heart for them. They helped to teach us tag team wrestling because we were getting into it, but we didn't have long, fast-paced, strong matches, and they were able to help us a lot. And we meshed really well. So.
I'll build off that. I would say the same thing, for the opponents now. It would be Liam and Jake. And those were the first guys to really how to push us. I remember the first time we faced them was, maybe my 3rd, 4th match. And we had like 5 or 6 minutes. And Liam on the match, and Liam was like, I'll be like that. And he comes back and he's like, I got us 8 minutes. And we're like, all right, cool. And then, we're on the match, and he's like, I'll be like that. And he comes back again, and he's like, I got his 10 minutes. And we're like, wow, okay. And then we did that first match with them. It went great. And then just from there, still to this day, my favorite match is with them. It was from December of 2024. So yeah, they have helped us so much and pushed us to places I didn't know we could go at the time. So I'll forever be grateful for that and for them. And then as for local heroes, I didn't really go to like indie shows when I was younger.
I might need to talk to your dad about that one.
I mean, obviously him, right? He was a local wrestler technically.
I was very local to
yeah.
you. Yeah,
you know, Royal Money, my guy Royal. He was at my birthday party. He's a wrestler. I love Royal.
He was a good buddy of ours for sure. Royal's a good guy.
So there you go. You know who Royal Money is? I got Royal and him.
I like it. In the chat, Mike Thomas, I remember Papa Juice from the BWU shows in Phoenixville, PA, almost 20 years ago. He's come a long way. Great to see him compete.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that very much. You know, the funny part about the whole thing is that I started in 2004. It's 2025, right? So it's like, oh my gosh, 20-year vet. But I took off so much time in between because I didn't know I was going to come back to wrestling. So if you add together, BWO was maybe like 2 years and some shows here and there. And then the 2015 run in Monster Factory was a year. So that's 3 years of wrestling. And then 2 years since. So I've only been wrestling for like maybe 5 years, 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, if you think about it, you know what I mean? I've always been involved. My head's always been in the game. I just life.
But you say you're also like you're an instructor, correct, for martial arts?
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not like you've ever left a medium that required that physicality of you.
Yep. No, 100%. 100%. It's stay moving. 100%. That's just, and there's different generation too. You know what I mean? Like I'll hurt my elbow in training. I'll pull a muscle. Maybe they'll know about it. Jay knows about it because I make sure to tell him. It's like, dude, I'm breaking my body here for us, just so you know. But like, if I wrestle somebody in the ring, I won't tell them until after the match. Or if they see me limp, why you limping? You know, I'm all right. But some people these days, it's a little newer generation. I see it all the time in karate and in wrestling. You know, hurt the elbow, hurt the leg, take the break. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not built like that, I guess.
I had my first ever practice match against him, and I hit him in the face.
Oh.
And I aimed a little too high, and I knocked him out in the match, and he still finished the match.
Oh my god!
I don't remember it at all.
He doesn't remember the match.
Wow.
He doesn't remember. Do you remember any of the match, or not the end?
I remember the beginning seeming like, man, this is flowing pretty well.
Hey.
I remember that.
And we finished perfectly fine. Like everything went like as planned. Like he went down for like a few seconds and then started to get back up and we finished.
It's that muscle memory coming into play.
It's really good to know that it's there. To be completely honest with you, because people will tell you stories about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for instance, I've been teaching karate forever. So people always ask me self-defense, this, that, the other thing. I've never had a real fight, like outside of, you know, sparring matches or hard sparring matches. But I've never had to fight somebody for real. Like, how does that go? Like, I don't know. I've never had to fight somebody. So I hope I never have to. Just be kind and be a nice person. But, you know.
And by the way, that's the only time I ever knocked someone out. I'm not.
The only time I've ever knocked somebody out was my dad.
My very first match.
I mean, so.
I mean, if it's anybody, at least it was your dad, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So just real quick as well, so bringing up the martial arts stuff, you guys do have your own dojo and stuff. Would you like to talk about that some?
Sure. Yeah. So I started karate when I was 9. That was a long time ago. I started teaching karate when I was 13. So,
wow.
I consider teaching when my instructor would walk off the floor and let me have the floor all to myself. So I started teaching when I was 13. I went every day I could. You know, like some of the wrestlers you'll see today, they'll be at every training and they just want to be there. They set the ring up, all that stuff. Yeah. That's how I was with karate. You know, clean the mats, do the cards, make the calls, email people, all that good stuff. So our karate school, though, is started in 2011. Before that, that's when I met Jay's mom at the karate school. That's how I met her. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. And now in 2011, we started the karate school together. So Shelly and I started it together. It's family-owned business. And we've been running this since then. So
Congratulations.
That's
it's going
amazing.
well, and I love it. I love it. We love it. So I couldn't see myself doing anything else, you know, besides
That's
maybe
awesome.
wrestling for a living. But hey,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, you're champions right now, so it's completely worth it.
oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And the fans absolutely love you guys.
No,
Wherever you go, I don't think I've ever seen a crowd disappointed at one of your matches, regardless if you're a bad guy or a good guy.
well, we appreciate
Yeah,
that.
we do. Thank you.
That's what means more than anything, right? It's just the fact that we can hopefully put on a good match, and then the opponents at the end of the day can be like, "Hey, we had a fun time with you guys." Not, "Oh, that felt weird," "Oh, that wasn't good." That's the main thing.
My only gripe is that one time where Kid Chaos assaulted me on my hand at the Mawa in January.
Oh, do we still have that?
No,
No,
I
we
had to let
probably
him know I was a heel. I didn't.
I know, hey, I appreciate it, but I was sitting there cheering, and he comes out and smacks my hand. I'm like, whoa,
Oh, really?
these
You
guys
just
mean
smacked your hand?
business.
It worked
Wow.
though. I mean, he got the memo.
So he gave you a high five, is what you're saying?
It was the backhand. It was like a front to backhand.
Oh, so you didn't know how to high five my son. You didn't
You're
know
right.
to turn your hand. I get
That's
you. I
perfect.
understand.
See, I didn't do anything wrong.
It doesn't seem like you did.
No.
Now that,
It must
now
be
that I'm-
it must be a Pennsylvania thing. I'm over here in
See-
Jersey.
See,
Oh, maybe. Yeah, could be.
Pete. So then, you guys win the tag team championships this past Friday. We talked about that. And then last night, we had the show in Glendale where you guys ended up coming and making the save after the backseats interfered in the main event. So, what made you guys come out and help Kid Legend in the situation? And then I do have a clip to show after we talk about some of that awesome spot off the stage.
I mean, first off, Kid Legend, a fellow Power Ranger, right?
Yes, sir.
So we gotta help him out. But he's also the good guy. Can't leave a fellow good guy hanging. And it was a really fun match. I had a lot of fun. We've been wanting to get in the ring with Tommy and JP. So it was a lot of fun to be in there with them and Alex. We were in the Rumble with Alex.
Yes.
But other than that, we hadn't gotten to wrestle him again until last night. But he's another one that we always said, hey, if we can get him a tag partner, he would be a lot of fun too. So it was fun to be in the ring with all those guys. So
Yeah, the backseats are really good. They're definitely a great team. And we look down the road. I mean, I know they don't do the right thing all the time. They're not completely justified the way they do things. But that makes it so much better, for Control Chaos to step in the ring with them and, show them a little something. But in all honesty, they're a great team, and we really do want to mix it up with them as much as possible. Alex is great too, but that gave me that spine buster. I'm still feeling that today.
We're gonna let Heath handle Alex.
Yeah. He's a good Kid Legend. He's got that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we've seen Rivera in the ring, and that dude is a behemoth. So
he's so good.
Strong guy, man. Strong guy.
So
was that your guys' first time in the ring with the back seats?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Very first time. Yep.
I do hope to get to see the straight up tag team match in the futures. I think all four of you would just bring the house down.
Well, you know what they obviously want. And it just so happens that this past Friday we got them. So if they want them,
whenever they're ready,
we want them to want these championships. So
we're
what I mean? Every Friday, man, we're there to wrestle, and we're there to wrestle teams, and we're there to put these. If we're allowed to, man, we want to put these belts on the line every
week.
If
we're allowed to, every week.
Wow.
Yeah.
True champions right there.
Yeah. So just real quick, I want to show the stage dive from last night. So here's that real quick, and we could kind of talk about that some.
Amazing.
I'm sure that floor didn't feel great.
Nah, it felt totally fine.
Yeah, you don't feel it in the moment.
I would think it would feel worse for the back seats anyway at that point, because they're the ones physically hitting. They're cushioning the fall for you guys.
It was fun, and we can't wait to be back to that spot again, to hopefully get to jump off that stage again. But I really felt like, I mean, smaller scale, obviously, because we're talking about ECW Arena, but when ECW and Tommy Dreamer used to fight up there with like 911 and Taz suplexed them off the top of there and all that fun stuff, it kind of felt like it wasn't as high up, obviously, but it was just like a cool moment. It's like, man, we're up on a stage fighting. This is really cool.
Yeah,
Now,
we
that's
walked
something that
in and he looked at the stage. The first thing we did, when we walked in, he looked at the stage. And he looked at JP. He's like, "Are we go up there?" And JP's like, "Yeah."
Why not? It's right there, right? So, another thing about that clip, Kid Legend is pretty over.
Yes.
Because I mean that's we're up on the stage ready to do some stuff, and we're Kid Legend. That's what you hear in the background. So, pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Kid Legend, he's in the chat. Papa Juice, we are kids forever.
There you go. Absolutely. You know what? It's so funny. We definitely are. We definitely are. It's so cool. If he means what I think he means, we get to wrestle and just have fun and be Power Rangers. And we're a little older, I guess. But yeah, man, you only live once, and I'd rather live, having a good time. So
yeah. In the chat archives, does Papa Juice remember working for a EAW Reborn show in Hamilton, New Jersey, and a NAW show in Phoenixville, PA?
Nope.
Hey, you guys don't have to share this if you don't want to, but Papa Juice actually worked for me when he was the original Kid Chaos and I was booker and promoter. I remember being very impressed.
Oh man,
Man, you don't remember? That's
crazy. That's really awesome. It's just one of those things with my mind. I don't remember a lot of things from when I was younger. It's funny, even in karate sense, right? Like I have a best friend that we train with, Jim Coleman. He remembers everything that happened. Like, do you remember that one sparring match at the tournament where you did that spinning hook and got that 2 points? I'm like, nope. And he's like, oh, I remember it. It was so cool. And I'm like, okay, thanks, bro. Like, they were great moments. I loved beginning in Phoenixville. It was such a fun time. But honestly, unfortunately, I don't remember. I wish I did. If you have video clips, man, that will be great. I would love to see it.
Yeah, he might remember.
But them saying they were impressed back then, that means a lot to me. So that's really very nice. Thank you.
You guys have any questions? I know I've been kind of just jumping in with questions, so
I have as well. So BJ, take the stage.
So, who are your dream opponents? Both all time and current.
All right, you're first.
I mean, I guess all time and current is kind of the same for me. It's got to be the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like
Hell yeah.
It's not that much out of the realm of possibility. I mean, they do some bigger indie shows, obviously. But I think maybe one day if we're in the right place at the right time, I think it could be a possibility.
I would love to see that match. Are you kidding me?
Or
That would be incredible. Control Chaos versus the Hardy Boys. I could already see it in the headlines. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely it's got to happen, man. Especially since they're still doing it.
It would be awesome. I tell them don't get your hopes up too high, but I mean, it would be really fun for sure.
Yeah, at least it's like, not a truly retired person, like, like a John Cena, which we've had guests before say that's like their dream opponent, but it's like, I'll never get to do that because he's retired.
Right. So at least there's a little tiny sliver of a possibility that maybe, yeah, for sure. I get what you're saying.
And John Cena ain't coming on no indie shows, even if he isn't.
No.
no, not at all.
But hey, internet community, do it. Everybody get this to the Hardys. We want to see Control Chaos face them.
Yeah, book it if you're watching.
A team I would like to see you guys face would be the Nemets.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to the brothers taking on father and son. Yeah, I think there's a little something there. That same thing with the Hardys.
Well, then I got a couple for you then. For me, all time, I mean, if I really think all time, it's like a tie with the Eliminators or Sabu and Van Dam. Just to be with Van Dam would have been the coolest thing, wrestling wise. How could that ever get touched for me? He's ever of all time, then he's untouchable to me, Rob Van Dam. So that would be mine of all time. Nowadays, that's maybe a possibility that we could do, like actually a pretty bigger possibility will be Mark Angel and his son Marcus. I would really like to do that. Because father son versus father son, and then way out in the future, like probably never going to happen, but MSK. Not because we think we can stick with them, because I want to be challenged and just, I don't know. I just MSK if we're going dreams. So
yeah, and you mentioned that him and Mark Angel trained together or knew each other that in 2004, 2005. So it would be a nice little full circle moment if we got to face off with Mark and Marcus.
That is the main thing too, because I got to watch Marcus, everything he's doing now. Obviously social media, because I never met him before, but I did get to wrestle Mark a lot when I first started. A lot of matches. I learned a lot from Mark and had a lot of fun with Mark too. And he got to watch Jay grow through social media and some live shows. So it really would be full circle to have that father son kind of moment. At least for us, it would be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That would be really cool. Yeah. Let's make it happen, internet community.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get it booked. Especially at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen Mark there a couple times.
Marcus has been there too.
So I mean, that's why I said it could be a possibility, like one that's not unreachable.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's not too far-fetched.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love to see that.
Thank you. We would love to do it.
It'd be a lot of fun.
So, next question, Pete.
Come back to me real quick. I was expecting one of you guys to have a follow-up.
Hey, I did like the first half hour of the show asking questions. I gotta allow you guys to ask something too.
We're ready. We got answers.
So, Papa Juice, also Kid Chaos, but who trained you guys? I'm sure you had a lot of involvement in his training, but
yes, yeah.
Who trained?
So me, I was trained by Rockin' Rebel at the BWO.
Okay.
So that's where was my first set of training. And then when I went to the Monster Factory, it was Danny Cage. And then like nowadays, never stop learning, right?
Of course.
I learned a lot when I was at the Monster Factory from all different kinds of guys, like Goldie and Travis Jacobs. There was a lot of guys that took over and gave us a lot of really good feedback. So Missy Sampson, yep, 100%. She's one of our coaches now at Lineage, so we always learn a lot from her as well. Yep.
I mean, we learn from everybody, and that's the thing. You're only gonna get better if you keep learning. Everybody, even now at the academy, Johnny, Hasmir, JP, and Tommy, everybody's been very, very nice, very giving, and we always ask everybody critiques. What can we do better? And we always want that. That's how you get better. So.
Yeah, constructive criticism. If you can take it, it's definitely beneficial.
Now for Jay, also he learned obviously, from me, a lot of stuff at karate. The karate stuff is just like a big deal because it wasn't just like learning how to spar, learning how to kick, learning how to punch. We did something called demo team too. So what we do is we put the teams together and we come up with a 4-minute performance of all martial arts. So breaking boards, spinning weapons, doing fight routines. And every time we did fight routines, there's always wrestling. There's running Hurricane Karanas. I have the little kids jumping off chairs and doing Hurricane Karanas to us. As long as the bases are good, it's usually me, so everybody's fine. But we did so much wrestling then. So like when you get in the ring and it's just like, all right, we're going to run this little kick spot. It's like all from demo. It's just so natural,
What martial arts styles would you say you're more lean to? Like, what would you say you're more proficient in, or do you just kind of dabble in all aspects of everything?
Well, when I first started, it was a long time ago, it was Taekwondo and Tong Sudo, which are two very similar Korean martial arts. My grandmaster came from Korea at the time. So It was very traditional. And then, there was little pieces of boxing because my instructor was not Grandmaster Kwan. It was Master Marble. He was younger. He knew the importance of learning other things. I call it puzzle pieces, little puzzle pieces that make you a better person overall, martial artist, whatever it is. So boxing, we started to learn a little tiny bit. Not my favorite thing. I'd rather be able to kick. But nowadays, I have a buddy that's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and another buddy who's black belt in jiu-jitsu. And for years, they've been grappling and doing jiu-jitsu with us. So in the ring, that helps an awful lot.
Wow, so you really are like a melting pot. You're just like a full-blown melting pot of all sort of fighting styles.
Most are these days, with like MMA being such a big deal. Like it kind of just blew up. I remember my instructor saying, "Oh, MMA is just a phase," and all the kids we were like, "No, I really think this is going to stick," and it obviously did. So,
and we've seen stuff that's evolved from MMA, like the bare knuckle fighting now that they do, which is when it comes to that type of full physical combat, is what I really do enjoy watching. I love the fast pace of it and how hard hitting it actually is, because those men and ladies that get in there are tough as nails.
100%. Yeah.
And it's more entertaining, honestly, than like the MMA stuff now, and even boxing. To where when I was a kid, boxing was the big thing in the 80s and the 90s. We got into the 2000s, it was MMA, which it still is today. But then pro wrestling and mixed martial arts has kind of fused into a thing where you see the inspiration from a lot of people, you guys included, where it translates over.
Yeah, and do you remember old school UFC, like UFC 1? You didn't have MMA fighters. You had Kung Fu guy versus Taekwondo guy. You had, boxing guy versus a grappler. Like that was when it was like really very interesting, because which style is the best? Nowadays, everybody knows everything.
Yeah, so, the timers went up. There weren't really as many rules as now. It was just two guys getting in there and fighting for as long as they could.
Right. And it was more traditional styles. Like people didn't have a mixed style. So it's like in wrestling, if you had like a lucha guy versus a heavyweight like power dude, it's like, well, that's not going to be a fun match, because you're two different styles that you can build off of.
Yeah.
Not even the heavyweight lucha guys.
Yeah. So you guys have been, a tag team for almost 2 years now. Like, when did you start? Was it like winter, spring, summer of 2024?
I'll take this because I'm assuming you don't remember.
September.
Well, we started training in January of 24. We made our tag team debut in September of 24.
Okay, so this September will be 2 years coming up. How far have you guys traveled for promotions? Like, what's the furthest that you've gone?
Canada.
Yeah, the furthest we went was Canada. There's a lot of wrestling in New Jersey, apparently, because we're in New Jersey all the time.
Oh yeah.
Was that your first time at Canada this past tour?
Yes.
That you did?
Yeah, it was. The tough part is with karate, to be completely honest, because I have to run my classes, and I do have some Saturday morning classes. I do have a wife. I do have a house. I do have like it's a whole different, like if I was 18 still, I think it would be totally different.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then money's a thing, even just the travel and stuff would be tougher, but we're starting to get the itch to be like, you know what, we just have to get out there, because I don't know. It's been 2 years. I don't have my head in the clouds about anything about and I know Jay doesn't either. We're just kind of, like I said, head down, push forward, have fun, but work hard and get better. But how some people are like, I'm going to make it to WWE. That will be cool. But, we got to face facts too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people that want to do it. Some of them are extremely athletic, like extremely. We're okay. You know what I mean? And we can talk about it for a day that we're good. And okay, we're good. But some people are amazing. The levels.
Yeah, they're conditioning all day long. Like they're out there running or at the gym and just like, let's eat, sleep, breathe.
Yeah.
Conditioning.
So if we just get out there and get to different states and wrestle different places and just get different eyes on us just to get better overall, if something comes of this, that will be amazing. And if something doesn't, we're having a great time. Well,
I mean, if you even look at your trajectory in SPO, like you guys weren't really popping up in the organization until what, like October-ish of last year? Or were you guys in it before that?
Yeah, it was off and on. His lineage was there, Monster Factory at the time, and that kind of transitioned us into the SPO. And by January, we were basically full time with SPO.
And now here we are coming up at the end of March, and you guys are our freaking SPO tag team champions. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, it goes to show the work that you guys have been putting in and just what you guys do in the ring. You've got a unique style. You're back and forth. You feed off of each other almost like telepathically. You know what I mean? Like, you guys just have such a great unspoken bond in the ring, and it just translates into every match that you guys are in.
Thank you. Thank you. No, that definitely means a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even you see it even in the entrance when you guys do the rolls all over the ropes and hop up onto the turnbuckles. It's just timed so well.
Whenever I see that, I always wonder if you guys have ever botched that.
We never like boxed it to the point where we didn't get over. But there are like very few times where like when I'm coming up, maybe my head will like hit the end of his foot. Or like if the uniform is hanging down, maybe my head will hit the uniform and I'm coming up.
Right.
We never boxed it to the point where like we didn't finish the roll.
Yeah, we never like hit or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that was
so close Friday night.
So dive rolls, like we would set pads like kicking pads, right? Like you'd hit the pads, but then we would take the pads and we would stack them, and just for fun we would dive roll, like as kids. So we were so used to dive rolling. But size of the ring also doesn't help sometimes. When the ring's smaller, you don't get that run, and then when it's bigger, you get that run. You know what I mean? Like there's different things that sometimes mess it up.
It did take a little while to get used to, because we were used to the Monster Factory ring for so long. I mean, we were in that ring like 4 or 5 days a week, and that ring is a 18 by 18. And then when we started going to other places, we realized a lot of places have smaller rings, and it threw us off for a little while doing the rolls. But now we're used to it all, and it doesn't matter now. But it did throw us off for a little while there that the ring was smaller.
Oh, I'm sure.
Some stuff in the chat here. Archives books. Mark Angel and I actually worked together at Doc Diamond's. Let's see. Rockin' Rebel was our Pennsylvania Commonwealth champion, I guess, at America's Wrestling Fundraisers.
Yeah, I remember him being all over the place. He would wrestle everywhere. I remember.
We need to make a father-son match would happen. So if you guys did have a match, who wins?
We actually have had a match.
We've had a couple matches.
We had the Taco Fest one.
We were under masks. Doesn't count.
That's true. We had the
that was Lucha Chaos or whatever it was. So the cut and dry of it for me, because we could talk about this forever because we've talked about it before, but we're not going to put it out into the universe. Mine is we never wrestle each other because we're a tag team. Even when we go to like shows, I love singles matches. I do love to wrestle singles matches. There's something about it. But we're a tag team, so I never want to wrestle singles unless I have to. Like I want to be that tag team that's a tag team, and that's what we do, and that's what we love. We're just here for the tag team division. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got when he's ready to hang it up, though. Obviously, I have to be his last match. He doesn't have any other choice.
And also, I would never, if I had the choice, I'm not going to give that away. That's fine.
Yeah, don't give anything else away. All they need to know is that your last match has to be against me. That's all.
And then the second to last one has to be against Liam Black.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that respect
that's fair.
on that.
I'm just spoiling it for everybody, but homie's good for another 10 years. So,
I got little aches and pains here and there, but I think the body will be all right.
I mean, you
guys
you're in
stay
your
in
30s,
incredible shape.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Shape-wise, man, it's freaking tough. I hate working out. I don't like it. I'll be honest. I hate working out. And karate and wrestling isn't working out to me. That's fun. So I will do that forever. I'll spar. I'll hit the heavy bags. I'll wrestle. That's not working out. I mean, like lifting weights and putting them back down again. I mean, it's like, ugh. I do it a lot, but I don't like it. It's just, I'm not there. The diet is tough. It's so tough. And I don't know. Every time I look at video of myself in the ring, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting.
Unless he has the black gear. He says he looks better in the black gear.
Yeah, something about the black gear. some other black gear makes me okay with it. You know, I don't know.
They
what
say
it is.
black is slimming, and I'm a husky guy who pretty much my entire wardrobe is black. So
Yeah, it's something about the color black, man. Black clothing is just good stuff. So I don't know. We need more black gear, I guess.
So when it comes to your guys' theme song, do you use the same song across multiple promotions, or do you try to switch it up and do different things at different places?
You want to take it?
I take it. So we normally we have a heel song and a babyface song.
Okay.
We try to use the same ones right now. Towards the end of the Monster Factory run, we were not able to use what's the word? Copywritten music. My brother is really good friends with a guy who has a band, and
they're called Thin the Herd. And they're very good.
Thin the Herd. Our heel song is by them.
Okay.
It's called Volition.
We were able to use that for like that. Yeah, he's getting all the shout out.
It's a good song.
It is a good song. So we were able to use that for the end of our Monster Factory run, and that became our heel song. But I mean, our babyface song is just, I think it's like perfect for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody knows when you guys are coming out.
Yeah, just that you hear the clap start on the beat. Oh man.
Well, full disclosure, it's Happy Hunting from Wage War. That's our song.
Yeah.
But we have someone working kind of sort of on a custom song for us, and we do want a custom song, but at the same point, it's like I don't think they're ever going to match unless they mimic it completely, because Happy Hunting just has like a special, I don't know.
I actually just discovered today the group and name from one of your posts online, and I was just like, oh wow, because I thought that was already custom music for you guys.
Oh, that would have been awesome. You know, I wanted him to keep on like messaging it, or I don't know how Instagram works, but I wanted Wage War to know that we used their song, and then I wanted Wage War to be like, "Yeah, bro, that's cool."
He's like, "Yeah, just message them and tell them we used their song. What's the worst that happened?" I'm like, "They just say no, stop using our song."
We don't make any money out of it. I just want them to know it's like, look, we're a tag team. You know, we're doing this thing. We're working hard, and we're using your song, and it fits, and it's cool, and we love you guys. That's all.
I don't want to lose it though, bro.
That theme song really does fit you guys very well.
Yeah. It gets the energy to where the crowd needs to be to experience you guys.
Yeah, the clap thing is just the thing that just happens because of the beat of the song. You know what I mean? And I don't want to lose that. I thought that was really cool. So
sure.
There's only one other song at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy that I know that gets the same kind of vibe. And I hated the song for 20 years. But, you know, Cotton Eye Joe, every time Big Billy Gold comes out, the crowd is... you guys are the only other, like, performers that I know where the crowd is clapping before, you know, you guys have even breached the screen.
It's a really good song. It's a really good song.
And you know, it's like crazy too. At the Monster Factory, they did that. They would start to clap. But you know, to be honest, my friends lived closer to the Monster Factory, so my two friends would always come to the shows. So they would always be helping out, you know, getting everything started.
Yeah.
And eventually it carried over, and you know, even if they weren't there, you know, it would happen. And then we went to XPO, and we didn't really think that like it would catch on. And then all of a sudden, everybody started clapping, and we're like, "Oh, it works."
Hell yeah! Well, that's because when you guys were just like debuting and just coming out, you were throwing your everything out there. You know what I mean? And just the energy alone, that speaks volumes for how willing the crowd is to accept you. You know, being newer to the location. So I definitely feel like that song was perfect to really. Just it's a pump up song, you know. It's like you listen to that when you work out.
Yeah, no, it's on my workout playlist. I remember telling Jay this is the song. I think that's how it went down. Then he was just like, I don't know, and I'm like, no, this beat, man, this beat, you can't touch this beat. And I'm like, I don't. At the time, it was like it wasn't my favorite song. It was just like the beat was so good, and the lyrics matched, and his voice was cool, and I was just like, all right, you know, this is the song, and it just ended up being the song. So.
Yeah, I remember I was like, and then it caught on. And I don't know if you guys remember, but when we first debuted at the Academy, we were actually heels. So we didn't even have that song at first. And we came to that one day, and Johnny's like, you guys gotta go babyface. We're like, all right.
It even seemed like with you guys being in that heel spot at the time, the crowd just cheered for you anyway. You know, it was absolutely amazing. The way the
could have called
fans
them
recognized.
scum, and they would have been like, "We don't care, we love you."
We're from Mount Holly. We already know.
Oh, that's fun. Well, we appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. You know, every crowd's different. So the worst thing is crickets. Sometimes, you know, they just don't care.
Yeah, they haven't. They haven't.
You know, every wrestler has probably experienced it, and if they haven't, good for them. You know what I mean?
Well, that doesn't happen if I'm at a show.
Oh yeah, something, right?
We appreciate you guys.
I don't know about that, bro.
Always make sure it's never crickets.
That's correct. Yep, 100%.
We've had a couple wrestlers recently come out to crickets. One of them being Corazon, both Saturday and Friday. He tried to get that. He tried to get that love from the audience, and the audience was like, "Nah."
Dude, it happened to us the one time. We had the one match, and it was like right before we turned baby faces. So we went out as heels, but everybody liked us, and we were trying to be heels, and there was just no reaction. We were like, what is happening here? And then that was the moment we were like, all right, we just need to. They want to cheer for us. We just gotta go good.
Yeah, you definitely had a lot more heat at Mawa in January, like when we had first. That was our first Mawa show, and you know, seeing you guys there, the crowd was booing you. They were not, you know, so it was definitely interesting to see, you know, because we had only seen you in, well, you know, besides that, the first time being a heel as a baby face over at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
We got a lot of stuff. If we were going to be heel, which we like both. That's the thing. We like being face. We like being heel. But I got a lot of stuff put aside if we're going to be heel. And it's just, you know, it's easier to be heel. You control the match most of the time. You slow down the pace. You take away what the fans want to see. We start getting some cool stuff every now and again, but it's almost like a F you know, we're cool and you know it. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's just the heel character that you play. But being heel is fun. And I remember that Mawa match being a lot of fun.
Yes.
And they were a really fun team to work with as well. But it was just really cool there. I remember that. So
yeah, no, we haven't really gotten to dive into our heel work yet. We were heels for like the whole second half of our Monster Factory run, but it was very specific, which is normal, right? It was very specific, and then the Monster Factory was getting to its end, so we never got to like really dive into those heel characters. And I think we're already good heels, so I can't wait for the day that we, get to really dive in to the heel characters and see how that is. If we still haven't really gotten to do that.
Well, I see you guys have been like wrestling in other promotions as well. So maybe that opportunity will come up. Either, we may see that in this one, but I think you guys was at 1CW the other weekend.
We were at 1CW a few weeks ago. We are heels there. We took out the new tag team champions. So they have a few shows coming up in April and May, and maybe Chaos will show up again. Maybe they won't. You just have to watch and see.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun laying them out. So, I mean, you know what I mean?
I'd love to do it again. Lay them out again.
Maybe we could.
Take those belts.
So, sometimes we're happy. Sometimes we're mad. I think that's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily someone saying we're heel or face. It's just when we got there, we were just like, we weren't in a great mood.
Yeah, we were just mad.
Traffic was slow. It just was not a great day. Wawa didn't have the coffee that he wanted, and he was very upset about it. And it was just like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna be bad today.
Yeah,
it was one of those.
That's a very important question. Then, what is your coffee of choice?
Oh yeah, yeah, right. I don't drink
know how
coffee
to not piss off Chaos. I mean, like, what needs to be stocked?
It's literally just a regular coffee with cream and sugar.
Right, they didn't have any coffee. It's like we went to Wawa and they were just like, we're out of coffee, bro.
The one thing that they probably make most of their money on, they were out of.
They were out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, they were totally out of it.
So.
And Pete, I thought you setting me up this past Friday night was bad. That's worse.
Set up? You set him up?
I set what?
No, Pete.
No.
Oh, Pete set him up.
Yeah.
I set up Ginger this last Friday.
Oh, see, so he admits it.
Oh yeah, no, with pride. Happy about it. We'll talk about that on Tuesday, Ginger.
This is a match waiting to happen, it seems like.
Only if one of you ref it.
Jake can ref.
Yeah,
I'll record.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, I do love that, by the way. I just want to make sure you guys know that. The fact that we get to watch the match back live, but then it really is like a cool, I mean, we say it all the time, but it is really a cool spot. Everybody does something to help out. And you guys are always doing what you're doing here at the podcast and doing the videos and posting the videos, and they're awesome, and they're a different view, and you hear the crowd. And this is great stuff, and we appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
We appreciate you guys. You know, we love seeing you guys go out there, the energy you bring, and we talk about you guys on here all the time. Best father and son tag team I've ever seen, and I don't think I've seen many, so that I know of.
Well, I've previously stated that, you know, I think you guys are the best tag team in the world. And then, you know, I know Kid Chaos and I had a little bit of words the one show because you thought I picked Blackout, which I initially did.
you did.
But then at the end of it, I was like, I have to stick to my phrasing because, listen, you guys got robbed last Saturday, but there was justice. There was freaking justice this Friday, and now... Where am I pointing at? Oh, yeah. Okay. Of course, you large screen when I'm pointing. Grandpapa Juice holding that title. Now you guys got that title. That's right.
You forgot his
kid doesn't have his. He left it at, you know.
Yeah.
It's upstairs.
He left it at the club.
When Blackout gets another shot, Blackout gets another shot because that's the kind of champs we're going to be. So when Blackout wants a shot at the championships again, or if they want to put those other championships on the line, we're game every time. So.
I mean, if we need to see him with the belt real quick, there we go.
There you go. See, I didn't forget it.
He does have a championship belt.
I do have it.
I love the dragons in the background with the little yin yang look to it. I like that. Very nice.
Yeah, Jim's all that.
Yeah, thank you. I put a lot of work into that stuff and tried to match everybody we have on aesthetic and stuff like that. So it also fits what you guys bring to the table and everything.
I'm sure they all appreciate it too, like we do. So thank you.
What was the inspiration behind the name?
Control Chaos.
No.
So basically, I was always Chaos, Kid Chaos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chaos is a big thing in the pro wrestling world, though. So, and to me, to be completely honest with you, we don't match Chaos. Like when I think Chaos, you're flying off the ropes. You're doing all the cool athletic shit that I was talking about earlier that unfortunately, we can't do it. Maybe Jay one day will be able to do it. I can't. I'm 40. I'm not going crazy.
Bro, what are you talking about? You do a frog splash every freaking week, and like I'm sure that's got to be not damaging, but I'm sure it's got to hurt your abdomen, and you get height. Like you're not doing like some small little like frog splash. Like
I try. I'm very, very critical about my frog splash. Like extremely critical. Because last week I hit a on Blackout. And I didn't like it. I know I got the height because I could feel it when I'm up there. Like I look at the guy on the ground and I'm like, okay, this is taking a while to get down. But it's just a critical thing for myself. Sometimes I hit it well. Camera angles do help. And sometimes I don't. But and I appreciate that. So thank you. But the thing about the Control Chaos is that we're not chaos because we're not that crazy. So you throw control in front of it. And it's like we got that crazy energy sometimes. We put the crazy like layered striking combos together, which we like. So we can give you the chaos sometimes, but then we can take control of the match at the other times, you know. And also we're going to control the division and we're going to cause a little chaos. So that was the whole idea of the name.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. That's a freaking phenomenal story for how you guys came up with that.
No, thanks, man. It's got to be something, right?
Yeah. Hey,
like
especially
instance,
with
Red Dragon, right? Red Dragon karate. I loved the Red Power Ranger when I was a kid, like legit. And the Red Power Ranger eventually became the Ninja Ranger and had the Red Dragon Zord. And that's why the karate school is called Red Dragon. That's why.
That's
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not as great of a story. That's just like I'm a kid. I like the Red Dragon and I like the Red Power Ranger. So here we go.
I had that Red Dragon as a kid.
Yeah. So did I,
sick,
actually.
It was so cool. We went from the T-Rex to the freaking Red Dragon. I was like, all right, this is my guy.
Yeah.
So then my question real quick with Power Rangers, because at that time, Lord Zed, I do believe, was the major enemy at the time that they were facing off against. Were you a fan of his dragon type Zord as well that he
I
had?
did like Lord Zed. I did like Lord Zed a lot, and everything he brought to the table. Yeah, he was a great villain for sure. But I mean, you got the Green Ranger Dragon Zord, and then you got the Red Ranger Red Dragon Zord. They're my two.
Yeah, the
So,
Green
Yeah.
Ranger.
Yeah.
His dragon.
Oh yeah, Green Ranger was all it was about. You know what I mean? As soon as he popped on the show, it's like, what?
Yep. Yep. Kid
Oh
Legend. knows.
man.
Kid
Yeah.
Legend. knows.
Yeah.
He knew which one to go with.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, and just last night, see you guys come out in all three of you with your Power Rangers inspired gear on, because I know you guys got a picture together after one of the shows at the school. Yeah, it was just so cool seeing that all together, and then also you guys win that match, and then the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme is playing at the end.
That's awesome.
We had the vest. We actually have more that's being made for the Power Rangers here. So, we're hoping we can have that soon.
and we got a whole new set of gear coming out soon.
In the summer, yeah.
We're
Don't
working
spoil
on
that.
it. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm just saying that we got a whole. I'm addicted to logos. I'm very addicted to logos. Making new logos constantly, or at least thinking of them. And gear. We decided we would do one new set of gear a year because it's expensive.
My favorite.
Yeah.
So we probably won't stick to it, but we got a really fun one coming up in the summer. I think it's.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
but if you like the Deadpool Wolverine one, you're gonna probably like this one.
Yes.
I was just going to comment about that. I loved when you guys popped out in those. I saw it first on Instagram of you guys in that. I can't remember what promotion you were at. I don't think I was there that week.
Right,
Hold
like-
on, that's in this graphic here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the only
But there was a
gear-
picture I saw with you guys both with the hoods up.
Hoods up
on
and
Instagram,
everything,
and, like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah, look, that's the shit right there.
Yeah, it was really fun gear.
That is the only gear we haven't worn at the Academy yet, and there's a very specific reason why we haven't worn it, and we're saving it for someone. Somebody said, when you wrestle us, you have to wear it, and I'm like, okay, we'll save it until that match happens.
Oh,
Now
I-
I'm super curious.
yeah, I'm super curious who that could be as well.
Well, when we finally wear the gear, you'll
I'm
know.
not going to say any names, but I have a feeling I know who it is. After getting to know a lot of you guys and stuff, I think I know who it might be.
Well, there's a lot of people that love Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Yeah,
Everybody comments on that gear.
but there's a couple specific teams I have in mind, though, that I've gotten to know and stuff like that, that I can picture being like, you have to wear that for our match.
and we will.
Yeah,
And
well,
before we get off the gear subject, Scott from Checkmate Gear, his son Cam, who's a really great wrestler as well, he makes the gear, and he is awesome. So if there's any wrestlers out there that want new gear, check out Checkmate Gear because they make some great stuff. I know he's very busy right now because he's so good, but you can still reach out to him and he can still get you quotes and get you figured out because he does a great job. And he knows he has more sets coming from us soon. So
That's
saying.
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, great job to him. Kudos to him for all the work he does for you guys.
Him and his wife.
And
Him and his
everybody
wife.
else.
Very, very good. Yep.
Oh, they're a family business as well.
Yep.
yeah.
Pretty cool. So
Hell
at
yeah.
least, you support.
Support
And his
local.
son's in wrestling. So it's just like, it's perfect,
Yeah.
So this is something I'm starting to get in the habit of asking everybody that we have on the show. What is something that is good and positive that you guys have gotten from pro wrestling?
Good and positive.
You know, whether like something with the experience, you know, like stuff like that.
You can go first. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's a very like broad thing. It's not specific, but you know, just with my disability and growing up and all of that, I feel like I was very kind of closed off and kept to myself, not very social, and I feel like wrestling has taken me out of my shell a lot. For example, I used to hate public speaking and talking in front of people, and now I love doing promos. And I love going out in the ring and talking on a microphone in front of people. So I think that's one of the biggest things that wrestling has given me is opening me up and taking me out of my shell and out of my comfort zone in a very good way. And
Dude, and the promos you've been cutting have also been just killer. Like the ones you were cutting on Blackout were just like, I think 2 of them ago. I can't remember. You filmed it at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, and like just delivery, the lines that you guys were saying were dropping, like you both just killed it.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. You didn't say con. You said one pro of pro wrestling, but you gotta give him a con as well.
Well, no. I didn't ask about any cons. It's more the positive stuff.
Oh, I thought there was a positive in one. Oh, okay.
No, he said
Gotcha.
a good positive. He said,
Oh, okay.
You know,
The con
something
is you
that
have to wrestle
I was
Robbie
thinking about it,
Illuminati.
like, what's a con?
negative. Well, Han is like putting
No,
his body on the line.
There's pros and cons to everything you do in your life, so it's not a bad question.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I guess it's me then.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. There's a lot of things. I mean, there's a ton. So, I mean, we already knew about work ethic and hard work, you know, through martial arts and running the business and stuff like that. I think it teaches a lot of young wrestlers that this isn't easy. For some, maybe I shouldn't say that. For some people, it is. You know, some people can just take to it. But it's still the grind of it, I guess. The working out, the eating right, the constant social media, the constant roller coaster of, oh man, I'm good, and then the next day, I'm not that good, bro. Like it's a constant back, and I think all the wrestlers face that because we all have to be confident. You know, you can't be overly egotistical, but then at the same point, sometimes there's really low lows, and it could be something real dumb. Like you just mess up a move and you feel so bad about it. Like, man, I suck at this. You know, it just goes like this. That's negative things, you know, but it's not because it teaches you how to deal with life outside.
It's teaching perseverance.
Right, exactly. And just hard work and just like not everything hits the first time. And that's okay. It just makes us harder, you know, thicker skinned and stronger people on the inside. But for me, at least right now, because I'm wrestling with my son, that's probably my pro of it. It's a bonding experience like no other, I don't think. It's very, very cool to see him excel. And then to hear all the feedback that we hear from the wrestlers constantly and all the other people, some of the stuff he doesn't know about that I hear from the wrestlers about, you know, 2 years in, they're surprised he's that good, you know, or
absolutely.
You know, he's cutting the promos or he's doing the wrestling or like just to see something small. Like, you know, he said it the other day in the car. He's like, oh, my flyer ups are getting real good. And I'm like, you know, and I'm not always going to be there and be like, oh, yeah, son, you did great. You know, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you know, that's something small that as a wrestler, even when you're working on that kind of stuff, you feel really out of sorts and weird and cringy or whatever. But when you're in front of the crowd, you know, like he does really good with those in between things that will eventually add up to make you better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So seeing that is really, really cool. And I think it's awesome. And I think that's the pro for me, I guess, at this point of what I'm doing. So
sounds amazing.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Tag Team Gold is also a pro for us because we do like gold. I said that in the last promo. Funny fact about us. So
that's right.
I mean, who doesn't like having belts around their waist or on their shoulder? The more the better, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, we gotta get the 3 one of these days. We've had two tag team belts at a time, but we haven't had 3 yet. I want 3 at a time.
Yeah, we're currently the DCW champions as well.
Oh, really?
In Delaware,
awesome.
yes.
Oh,
very
excellent.
fun promotion. They're getting back to shows real soon here in April. So, and we actually have a really, really fun match booked with the Bullies. The opponents we said that you know, Liam and Jake that would really like to wrestle. So we'll be putting the belts on the line against them. That'll be fun.
Oh, awesome. And when's that?
You know dates.
That is Saturday, April 25th.
Okay.
Any other dates you guys would like to promote that you have upcoming?
Since it's quick, it's right after that. We Are One is right after that the next day. And we're also fighting the Bullies in a Dragon Dojo rules match.
What does that mean?
That means we can do anything.
Anything we want.
Basically. It's just a fun name for like let's just go have some fun kind of thing. So that'll be fun. That'll be a week and a half to 2 weeks, and then we're walking correctly again. Kind of match.
Yeah, and that's a 3-day weekend. If we have SPO Friday, then DCW Saturday, and then we have one match on Sunday. So.
Wow.
Yeah, and we have our now home location. It's been long enough that we can call it that, SPO. So we're there every Friday, unless I'm working at karate. Otherwise, we're there. So, that's another one. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, we have Dog on May 2nd. Again, 1CW, they have a few shows in April and May. You never know if we're going to pop up there or not. DCW, there's another show in June. We're hoping to be that at PWU over the next few months. So maybe you'll get to see us there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Trying to get around, trying to do what we can. So.
Well, it seems like you guys certainly got a fire lit under you. Especially, September will be your official conclusion of 2 years, and you've already got gold in multiple divisions. So, that definitely is just a testament to what you guys have been putting into it.
And hopefully by then we're a totally different team.
Oh, yeah, totally.
No, like for real, like better.
Yeah.
Like those months down the road that we're just hopefully we're better. You know what I mean? That's the hope.
For sure.
So
it definitely seems like every time you guys are in the ring, you can see minor adjustments have been made and that you guys are just getting better every time. You're not just at one level and being comfortable there. You're constantly pushing to that next level, breaking whatever glass ceiling is in front of you.
Thank you. We try.
That's the hope.
There is a possibility somehow a combination of this group will also be at that May 2nd show.
Yeah, we will be there for Dog.
It's on here right now.
Yeah.
Just like to repeat the fact. Yep. Dog on May 2nd.
Heck yeah.
Anybody else have any other questions for our guest here, gentlemen?
I feel like we've covered a lot of bases here. We're at an hour and 11 minutes. I'm not sure what you guys have going on your dossier for this lovely Sunday evening, but definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out. Like, we've been wanting you on here for a while, and definitely we're glad that you guys were able to accommodate, this Sunday evening to come on and chat with us, because you guys are great, man. We love watching you every week.
We appreciate
it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on winning those SPO Tag Team Championships. Love it.
Any teams right now, besides the backseats, you might be looking at as teams to step up for those championships? Since you say you want to defend them every week. And maybe Blackout, and besides Blackout, because they'll probably obviously try to get back into it at some point. But they have a lot coming up with Vegas as well.
That's true. They got a lot to focus on. I know we had a fun time in the ring with Skull and Bones. They were a fun challenge. And now that we have the titles, we wouldn't mind giving them a shot. That
was a great match.
So that was a fun one. So
there's a team very local who we've crossed paths with a few times, but we never gotten the wrestle yet, and that's the Shot Callers. And I know they were former XPO Tag Team Champions, so they want to try and get the belts back. That'd be a fun match to have.
So yeah. Speaking of other teams as well, what has your impression been of Gold Blooded? Because they had, Gold Blooded. They had the shot at Blackout before you guys got it.
And they helped us win.
They did.
They did help you guys.
And they sort of Blackout didn't cheat this time.
So, in complete honesty, so Nigel, we used to wrestle in DCW. We had
we beat Nigel and his partner to win the DCW Tag Team title.
Yeah, they were a thorn in our side for a little while, and that was a fun little feud. And their team over the weeks, I think, have drastically improved. That was what I wanted to be honest about. I think I've seen drastic improvements. And that's nothing like whatever. It's just like two people go together. They're a team. It takes a little while. And over the weeks, I remember being like, wow, they look really good tonight. Yeah. So I think that would
definitely get way more cohesive.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by it. Exactly. You got to know your partner. We have the, built in, we know each other, obviously. But other partners, and they got there quick. So
just real quick in the chat, Rick Blade, greetings, gentlemen, and congratulations to the new champions. Very well deserved. So that your win is Rick Blade approved.
Awesome. Means a lot.
Rick,
Thank
we
you.
miss you.
I appreciate it.
We do hope you are feeling good after everything with your hip this past week and getting that all done. Hope you have a quick recovery and hopefully can get back in that ring at some point. Sorry to cut you off.
No, that wasn't a cutoff.
You're all
No,
good.
no doubt. Thank you.
I was saying that Nigel and his partner, at first they seemed like they were two guys put together, and they looked like that. As a tag team, it looked like two singles guys. And now over the weeks, they definitely feel like they're a tag team, and they look like they're a tag team. So I would love it if they came out and challenged us for these belts. Well, they helped us win them, so if they want a shot, just say the word.
I think they deserve a shot.
I agree.
And I think we like to give them a shot. So
100%.
Do you think
I'd like
they're
to see
ready?
that.
I was going to say, do you think they're ready for the experience you guys have as a team at the moment compared to they've just started teaming together?
No, of course not. But that doesn't matter because there's so many times that you can take a team and, it's just the right place at the right time with the right move, and it only takes 3 seconds. But no, and you can look at me all you want. You can't take a team that's been together for 2 years and then a team that's been together for a couple weeks and say, oh, yeah, they got what it takes. But who knows they don't. Maybe they do have what it takes. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they do.
I mean,
I like that answer.
What I'm saying is I think they have what it takes to compete with you guys in the ring. I don't think they have what it takes to take those belts.
Well, I hope not. I hope you're right.
We've seen such great, teamwork, and just like as Kaos was saying, just they're finally flowing into their tag team, into the gold-blooded name. And we've seen nothing but like amazing spots and just great communication amongst them over the past couple of weeks. But yeah, I don't feel like they're there yet for those titles, but they're definitely going to be worthy competition.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just remember they were pretty close to beating Blackout.
Absolutely.
They were right there for that, and they're probably eventually going to get their hands on those championships.
But here's
it's just
the thing.
a matter of time.
Blackout always cheats, and I don't consider them worthwhile competitors. Gold-blooded, I would consider worthwhile competitors because they throw down in the ring and they've won clean. You know how I feel about winning clean, Ginger.
We understand 100%. We've been in the ring with Blackout, so we know what they got, and they turned it on when they were in the ring with us. I don't know how they wrestle other teams, but they turned it on for sure. So I know what you're saying. Cheating's not cool. I agree. No, I 100% agree. But no, they were great competitors, and with the gold-blooded, like I was saying, we can't understate 3 seconds. It's not a long time. But they hit the high-flying moves. They distract me. They hit Jay. I'm pinned. 1, 2, 3. It's over. That's how quick it can go, and we know that. So maybe I just gave him strategy. Oh crap!
Don't worry, I won't clip that part. I'll make sure to clip other parts.
Going like full heel on them.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Yeah, like you said, you guys, you play the middle. It's all about how you're feeling that day. So if Gold Bloody gets in the ring with you and you're feeling, traffic was a bit long, they didn't have the right coffee at Wawa or any coffee.
Yeah. Like at all in New Jersey or Pennsylvania, there's no coffee available.
No. I'm gonna make sure there's no coffee available that day when you have that match.
That's a big deal, man.
If there's no coffee available, you don't want to get in the ring with me.
Yeah, here goes Pete plotting on people again.
Hey, it's in their favor. I'm adding fuel to the fire.
He's gonna take away all the coffee to get me mad now.
Got a lot of work at it.
I know.
But yeah, we got anything else for them? Any other questions? Anybody?
Yeah, we covered a lot.
Yeah. You want to let people know how they can follow you online?
Yeah, the Instagram is just Control Chaos. You look it up. It's the profile picture of him and I. You won't miss my bald head, trust me. The Facebook, same thing. We have a Control Chaos page, and then you can find us under Jaden Pagano and Joe Pagano for our personal pages. And then the YouTube, also Control Chaos. I don't think that has a special name, does it? The YouTube?
No, I think that's
we have
just
13 at the end, but I think it's just
I
control
think it's
chaos.
just Control Chaos, yeah.
So
Here's the thing, though. You need to update that Instagram profile picture there, bud.
I
Gotta
do.
put,
Well,
them, gotta put them tag titles on there.
I never use like the tag title pictures. I mean, I can, but I don't know. Because,
I
like,
got
you're
you.
gonna be losing. Like, you gotta change. You know,
I feel you. I feel you. I was just happy.
it's not a bad idea.
it's a nice title.
I would say I think we were all happy to see you guys win the championships. You absolutely deserve them.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Like
I said to you afterwards, we'll ride it out as long as we can because it gets tired eventually to everybody.
Yeah.
And then that's when we'll change gears. But for now, we like the gear we're in. This is fun.
Yeah. I mean, we're not even, 2 days removed from your title victory. So, yeah.
And the fun thing we're looking at, I mean, again, we don't make the rules here, but we are just looking to pop up an open challenge every Friday. I'm putting it out into the universe if available, if okay. When we're there, if we wrestle and it's tag, we really want to put the belts on the line every single time if we can.
I love to hear that as you guys being fighting champions.
Just trying,
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything less.
For the
Neither
division.
would I.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
For the division.
And you guys definitely elevate any tag team division you're in instantly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So yeah, any promoters see this, book Controlled Chaos. Your fans will love you for it.
Thank you.
Hopefully they will.
Especially if you guys are in the crowd.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yes, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for making the time. It was a bit of figuring out timing on all our parts to be able to get this to come together. I'm very happy it did. And you guys are more than welcome to come back on anytime. This is an open platform for you guys and everybody else in any of these locker rooms to come on here.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we absolutely love watching you guys wrestle. And we thank you for everything you do going out there.
Thank you. And we thank you guys for all the support. We thank the fans for all the support, SPO, Lineage for the training, everyone. Just be kind to everybody. Pro wrestling's great. It's an awesome art form. If you like pro wrestling, support it as much as possible. And then you just fall in love with it, I guess. I mean, because there's no other way to explain it. We love pro wrestling. Either you get it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys having us on too. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. It was an honor having you guys on today. And as you said about pro wrestling, I agree with you. If you don't get it, some people don't. But I've had people say that, and they're sitting here, we're watching wrestling, and they see my energy getting into certain moments. They're like, oh, I think I kind of get it now. Because it's a form of storytelling and physical activity at the same time. And that story's also told in the ring, in the matches.
Right.
Yep.
And the kind of love we have for pro wrestling, I guess, if someone just has that kind of love for anything, maybe that's what we want people to have. You know what I mean? Just so you know, you know what I mean? Besides family and everything like that, you don't love anything more than your family. But just like something hobby-wise or whatever that you just love, you just can't get enough of it. And for us, it's pro wrestling. So,
well, it's funny. My ex-girlfriend used to tell me, "Oh, you're watching your male soap operas."
And then I would ask, "Is that why she's your ex-girlfriend?" Because that's what most people would ask.
Right on the head there, Papa Juice. Right on the head.
She's not wrong though, but
right. No, she's definitely
not wrong.
No,
but nail on the head. Bye.
Yeah, but yeah.
The one thing I would say is I'm absolutely blessed that my wife also loves pro wrestling, because there's times like Friday nights at SPO, I'm there, she'll be here, and she'll be home watching SmackDown. I'll come home and she'll just if she watched the show, she'll instantly want to talk to me about it. And I'm like, do not spoil it for me. Let me sit down and watch it, because the internet's already good enough at spoiling things for me. Because I'll have that moment to forget that. Don't log on to social media. And the first thing I usually see is some type of spoiler. I'm like, yep, I did it to myself. I can't even be mad. But in the end, I still watch it. I absolutely love pro wrestling. I have a full respect for everything you guys do.
Thank you very much.
And
Yeah.
as somebody myself that has my own disability that I deal with, is an absolute mind-blowing thing to see the stuff that Jay does out there and everything, you know. And it's very hopeful for anybody else that, hey, if he can do it, I can do it. It is an inspiration. And it shows that you put your mind to something, you put in the work and the time, anything is possible given the situation and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for that. I do. I hope that there's one thing I can leave, you know, in the wrestling business. Even if it's just one person, I hope, you know, they can see me and just realize if you have a dream, you know, just go do it. And it might work out for you. It doesn't matter, you know, what you have against you.
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, with my stuff, it's a little bit harder to have that in-ring moment, you know, but doing other stuff brings me just as much joy because I'm still part of the process and everything.
You know, hey, as long as you're in it, you know, that's
Yeah.
what counts.
And every job counts.
Exactly.
Every little piece makes the whole.
You're
Like,
back there
so.
doing the production. We wouldn't look half as good as we look if it wasn't for you and everything you do that there with those cameras. So.
But yeah, man, definitely thank you for everything you do. Thank you for making the time to come on today.
No problem. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You guys are awesome. Keep up the amazing work. And it's just mind-blowing that we're all looking at you guys going on a team for 2 years and how good you guys look in there already. Is that even as father-son, they're still getting that in-ring chemistry. But having the martial arts and everything, a lot of that just now comes natural.
New champs!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. New champs.
That's right.
Sorry, I had to. I just had to.
If you have to, then you do it. Yeah, for
I
sure.
did it. That's why.
Thank you, sir.
I marked out. I needed it.
Well, we appreciate it. So,
yeah,
we're all marks, no doubt.
Well, I say it all the time that if I wasn't a mark, I wouldn't love pro wrestling. I always embrace it.
Right, it's just a term, just like all the other ones are. So
yeah,
we're happy with it. We're marks too.
Everyone is. Everyone's a mark.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being on with us today. And as I said before, you guys are open to come back on anytime.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
And we will see you on Friday.
We will.
Absolutely.
All right.
Peace out, guys.
See you guys.
You guys have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And that was Controlled Chaos. Absolutely.
That was awesome.
Yeah. You know, I learned a lot today about them, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was incredible.
Putting the post back up about Danny.
Well, they're off. They're off. It was up, but they didn't like react to it at all. That one.
Yeah.
I don't think you put that up. I didn't see that.
Yeah. I did. They were
It
talking.
was up. It was up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, archives.
Yeah, we do our best. But yeah, absolutely amazing interview. Any reactions from you guys with the interview?
Just you know, if I didn't already think that both of those guys were absolutely amazing, I mean, no.
Yeah, I mean, it further solidifies why we've been rooting for them, why they're the champions, why we've been waiting for this moment for months to just see them catapulted onto this platform of representing the brand, you know what I mean, as the tag team champions, because they are like the most solidified tag team, in my opinion. They're just the cohesiveness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We do our best.
Chronicles Diaries.
We really do our best. But yeah, I absolutely loved hearing their story. I hope we can make time sometime in the future to have them back on.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of big stuff coming up. I will be confirming our guests for Tuesday.
Cool,
But even if we end up not having a guest, we do have a lot to talk about still that I am looking forward to talking about.
Same,
and a
man.
couple
We got
things I'm
3
not
things to
looking
cover.
forward to talk about.
Oh, yeah, sure about that, bud?
Oh, yeah, I'm just pretty sure that that's what I want to deem as the Mile Holly screw job now. Above
Okay.
all things,
Is that how we're going to kick off Tuesday?
questioning my integrity because you lost twice. Because you want to pick with your feelings.
There's
Feelings.
evidence.
Evidence of what? Me doing a job? That
Yes,
was
a
no
screw
secret.
job.
That was no secret to anybody on this panel.
What are you talking about? It was a secret to everybody in the chat. They didn't know that you were behind the scenes. Nobody here knew. They all thought you were working. We all thought you were working on Fridays. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and that's why people would see us together before a show, middle of the show, after the show.
Hey, you were just networking
Man,
and doing your thing to get guests on, man. Like, listen,
Hey,
you got
man,
that insider information. I can't help it that, you're the cheater
that's
of
not
the group.
that's not my department. I have nothing to do with that.
What are you talking about? Your name's on the freaking podcast.
Yeah, my
You have
name's
a
on this podcast. It's not Danger Ginger Pro Wrestling.
Well,
You
you
have
know
a
what?
promo
Clearly,
code.
exactly.
What was that?
You have a promo code.
Yeah.
And your point being, that's for us to use, though. That's for us, not just me.
You've advertised that to everybody.
We'll get
But,
into
you
this
know,
Tuesday.
But, Pete the Turncoat Peters,
I get the job done.
setting me up for disaster, which will be seen in full this Tuesday, and everybody can make their choice from there of what they think. But questioning my integrity and accusing me of cheating is one thing I never do. Because let's think about it. All right, let's think about it. How many other predictions should I have won then?
I don't keep records of how many times you've won. Come back with the sheet that tells you every PLE that SPO or PWU has thrown with who won and show me the numbers, and then we can come down and be like, okay, Ginger, I've only been involved in 2. You guys have been doing predictions since before, so maybe you screwed BJ and Chef out of their victory. How am I supposed to know?
PWSA, I think he's won every one, or at least tied for the win.
Ooh.
No, not at
Sure
all.
about that?
Oh,
You
I'm
sure about
absolutely sure. I'm
Sure about that,
absolutely
Ginger?
sure.
Are you sure about that?
You know what? Go eat the last spring roll.
I'm
Oh,
not
you gotta
about
say
to go
spring
back.
roll, bro. Nah,
because I don't want because I don't want BJ having the last one.
But now I want
filmed
Thai
it
food.
earlier.
The one time there's spring rolls and catering, and I don't get
want
sent there.
Thai food now. You suck. They're all closed on Sunday.
But yes, keep an eye on our social medias. We will be making an announcement soon if there will be a guest. If not, we'll have Mawa to talk about. We'll have SPO Live to talk about. We'll have the PWSA show to talk about. And there's a couple other things that happened. There's something that did happen this past Wednesday or this past weekend in pro wrestling that I will talk about more on Tuesday because it goes back to a conversation that when it was me and BJ about fans and how they act. So I feel like now this is going to be something else to be revisited again as a conversation since it happened in the Indies.
I saw that earlier.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
You saw a girl that was there though. A girl was there right in front of the shop.
Oh, who was it?
Mickey Knuckles was in the video.
The video.
Oh yeah. I didn't notice her, but I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think she was. Yeah, she was
She
on
was
that
bloodied.
show as well.
Yeah. Usually,
Really?
as usual.
Really, yeah. I'm about to say that's something that's nothing new. That's just another day in the life of Mickey Knuckles, and she enjoys every moment of it. But yes,
Yeah, Yeah, her
On
IG
that-
is not for the faint of heart.
No. But on that note, how much I don't want to say this, I will. Thank you, Pete, for coming on today to be as part of the interview with Controlled Chaos. For that, our nice little special Indy Spotlight segment we had on our mainstream show. These might become more of a thing so that we can feature more talent as well. We'll see as things go.
Yeah, these guys are beating down the door to get on the show.
Yeah, they kind
That's
of
right.
are at this point.
Yeah, like we have a waiting list.
I actually do have some matches that were announced today
Ooh.
for Friday. As Friday is not an SPO show, it is
Correct.
a PWU show.
PWU Jam Sessions 11, come as you are.
Yes,
Come
and
as
I-
you are.
I don't have the graphics up on here, but I do have it on my phone. I had to go handle some stuff before the show, so I didn't have a chance to get everything uploaded today to be
Excuses.
fully prepared. You know what? I think there's a soundbite I'm going to have to get for Tuesday.
Man, I should be. How do I get sound bites going? I've got a library of sound bites. How do I?
By not setting up one of your co-hosts for disaster. That's how.
I could share a PDF.
All right. Well, one of the matches announced, which has been a feud the last couple weeks, with Pedro Bravo and Logie P with a gear on a pole match, since Logie P stole his gear and this whole thing over gear. We have Tarzan Duran accepting the challenge of, or was it Tarzan challenged Twitch to the submission match, and it was accepted this past Friday. So that will be happening.
You could make me tap? Tarzan had a meltdown.
Yeah, we have a 6-man tag team match. Kid Legend, Boom Harden, and Devlin Ridley taking on the Backseats and Clockwork Dylan Shaw, who really did his best as a public defender this past week for Wrestlers Court, which I can't wait to talk about as well.
Hey, listen, that sounds good and all. Like, it's a great match, great card and everything, but I got a little bit of I don't have a bone to pick with Devlin Ridley. But he did come up to me after the show. I was like, Devlin, you did a great job as a lawyer. He's like, thanks. He's like, by the way, you're a mother because you said that I would be light work for Declan Grant.
Oh, maybe we gotta get him on.
And
the
then
show.
He just walked right away from me. I was like, Devlin, you did a great job. He's like, you said I'd be light work for Declan Grant, and like brushed my hand away and just walked off.
In your defense, he was.
Can I clip this and
Yeah, I think in all of our defense, we'd all be light work for Declan Grant. Even though he likes to bully me, and I will stand up for myself to people who want to bully people.
But hey, listen, I'll give him props though. The fact that he refused after week after week after week of being put in these 3-way matches and all this BS, he refused to fight in that fatal 4-way Friday night. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, me too. I gotta say that. And then our main event for Friday, Pat Dynamite issued the challenge to KTB. It was accepted. It was booked. So that is your main event for Friday night.
Which didn't happen at Backcountry because of food poisoning, which Pat told us himself in the ring.
Yep. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to everything to come besides Tuesday and this footage being revealed. Even though I am kind of happy for it to be revealed, but it was no secret. Pete, you were just oblivious.
I'm the new guy. How was I supposed to know?
Situational awareness, sir.
Before Tuesday, though, keep an eye out. Click that notification button because you might just get to pop up tomorrow night after Raw.
Yes, the Raw after show with myself and BJ. But on that note, everybody, thank you for joining us today. Today was an absolute blast. I know we usually do match of the week and stuff like that, but we really didn't get to talk about the entire week as a whole. So,
I'm not
and
prepared for match of the week anyway.
we had Control Chaos on. I wanted the time to go to that, which they have rightfully earned and deserve. And on that note, everybody, we will see you Tuesday for Indy Spotlight. Pay attention to social for our guest. Until then, peace out. I'm going to go ice my neck and my back some. Thanks, Pete.
It's my Y Heavyweight Champion, Big Billy Gold. You're watching BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, and that's gold. That's Billboard Billy Gold, and this is gold. This is Billboard BJ and DG Talks Gold.